Sanderson sisters were hanged by the Salem townfolk. Now, there are those who say that on Halloween night, a black cat still guards the old Sanderson house.
Thank you, Max, for that marvelous introduction.
Oh, come on. It's just a bunch of hocus pocus.
Bubble, bubble, I'm in trouble.
Welcome, everybody, to Midnight Cinema, your deep dive into sci-fi, horror movies, cult classics, new and old. Warning, there are spoilers ahead. I'm Art Hennessy in San Diego, California.
And I am Satan here in good old Salem, Massachusetts, waiting to talk about the Sanderson sisters. I am Erik, and I am here in Salem, Massachusetts with that obscure reference to Hocus Pocus. But
Erik,
what?
You should know that I'm just a California tie-dye guy. So I don't even know what you all make this big deal out of Sanderson sisters.
You dumb people in L.A. don't know about Salem, but yet we sound like we're more from L.A. than you do. Happy Halloween almost, Art.
It is. This will be our Halloween episode, Erik, that we're recording right now. And it is appropriate. The movie that we have chosen for today is Hocus Pocus.
Wait, what? It's a horror movie. Horror movie? Rated R. Hocus Pocus. Is it a horror movie? Can we cover this? We can, right? Because we can do whatever we want.
We can do whatever we want, Erik. The movie, Erik, is Hocus Pocus. It was released in 1993, directed by Kenny Ortega. It stars Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, Kathy Najimy, and Thora Birch.
Wow, Thora Birch. That like one of her first. Was she in the piano? What was the one? Was that her?
No, that was we covered that actress last week. That was
right.
Anna Paquin.
Right, Thora Birch.
The piano.
Thora Birch went on to do such classics as Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, I mean, we should give her credit. It's kind of a movie that's fallen out of cultural favor, but American Beauty would also be one.
American Beauty, yes.
I'll mention some others. Ghost World would be one.
Because you need to just make sure everybody knows that she did have a career.
She did, yes, yeah.
That Midler didn't know, and Sarah Jessica Parker, they just tanked.
Yeah, we'll talk about it as we go on. So, Erik, you chose this movie.
Yes, everybody, I did. For reasons. There's reasons, Art. Because I live in Salem, first of all. I am in Salem, Massachusetts, and everybody's hocusing and pocusing over here. If I see one more shirt that says the fourth Sanderson sister, I'm going to puke. No, they're cute. It's cute. So I thought this would be fun because watching Hocus Pocus, I'm like, oh, Salem, oh, Salem, oh, Salem. So one of the things I thought I would do with you is I always come up with something weird in the podcast, but this one's going to be, is this Salem? That'll be, or yes.
I've spent a lot of time in Salem with you, Erik, so I recognized a lot of things, too, in this movie. And so we'll talk about it. I just want to tell you briefly my history with this movie, and then we get into the history of the movie.
Sure.
Released in 1993. We've talked on a couple of other episodes. There's this weird sort of hole in my movie going experience that happened in sort of the mid 90s in that area, where if it wasn't a blockbuster or like an Academy Award winner, I didn't see it.
Oh, right. Wait, let's put those glasses back on. If it wasn't an Academy Award, I didn't see it.
Well, it was sort of, let's put it this way, Erik. It was my cinema douchebag phase blending also into my being in the army and being stationed all over the world type of thing, where American movies just weren't that accessible to me in some cases. And so I think I've said before, we would either get the blockbuster movie or whatever was also critically acclaimed, and then everything else was very slim pickings. But Hocus Pocus missed me completely during this phase.
Well, probably Art, because it wasn't getting the kudos it gets now. It's 43. There's a 43 Metascore for the 43.
So
43.
you brought it up. You brought it up.
I did.
I didn't. That this movie kind of tanked critically and box office wise when it came out. So that's probably the reason that I never caught up with it either. This is my first watching of Hocus Pocus in my life for this podcast, Eric.
Let me just back up from the mic
Yes.
for a second. I'm going to back up. So
What?
oh my God. The neighbors are like turning their heads like, what's going on there? Wow. All right. This is your first viewing of Hocus Pocus?
This was my first viewing of Hocus Pocus.
I feel like you just asked me to marry you. And I said,
and
yes,
Eric,
I'm so
if you
right
could
now.
indulge me for just 1 second. I know the audience loves it because you get so frustrated when I go on a side tangent, but I just want to, have you ever seen those videos online where somebody has a friend who has never seen a Star Wars movie and they ask the friend to tell them what they think the story of Star Wars is just from their general culture? So I'm going to tell you briefly what my thought about what Hocus Pocus was just from the culture. And I too, like Eric, I've worked with Erik for many years. Erik and I are really good friends and creative partners doing things. And I worked a lot in Salem. So I've seen these characters and everything for many, many years. This is my idea of what Hocus Pocus was.
I'm excited.
It's sort of like Ted, the movie Ted.
Yeah.
Where these witches are suddenly here in Salem and everybody knows it. And they have to get along with the witches, and the witches are trying to live in the modern day, but they can't help their witchiness sometimes. And there's clearly Sarah Jessica Parker is like super horny and turned on and trying to seduce men. And then Bette Midler is...
It's what?
Bette Midler is trying, her witch is trying to also be a singer.
Professional singer, yeah.
A professional singer. And they have to, and because of the clips I've seen, they have to perform at some sort of competition, almost like School of Rock, where they rock it out. And then
what about Kathy Najimy? Mary.
And Kathy Najimy, I don't think I quite got what she was. But then in the end, I figured that everything worked out and the town accepted them. And
this was
Hocus Pocus.
This was your premeditated premise of what your imagined premise of what Hocus Pocus is. And
going into it, this is what I thought Hocus Pocus was. Yeah.
Maybe it should have been, because that sounds pretty funny. That sounds like a 8-episode thing on Netflix. That's
so.
Wow.
Thanks for indulging me, but I thought you'd enjoy that was what when I hit play on this movie, this is what my mind thought I was getting.
I'm like my wife Orsina when we're watching a horror movie. I have goosebumps on my legs just to know that this is your first watch of Hocus Pocus. So it's now the podcast will be even better for me and everyone else.
I know.
Because I'm imagining whoever finds our podcast and sees Hocus Pocus, they're going to be all over it. So okay. I'm going to try to do the film as much justice as I can, but still poke fun of it, man.
But that was my journey.
Wow. All right.
So just so everybody knows out there who's seen Hocus Pocus, that's what I thought I was getting when I'm hitting play. So we should just say briefly, it's a Disney movie, which I don't think we've ever covered a Disney movie.
Well, Erik. Now every single movie from now on is a Disney movie, just so you know.
Oh, we'll become like a Disney pod. Well, you and I will be vlogging from the parks and stuff.
Here we are. We're Musketeers. Yeah, it's a Disney.
Erik and I are sneaking into the Mount Everest ride to see the Yeti.
And it's what, PG? Is it PG-13 or PG?
This Hocus Pocus, I think it's PG, right? It
PG.
Doesn't seem like a PG-13.
PG. Wonder why, Art? Why is it PG?
Well, we'll talk about that, Erik, as we go on, which I'm sure. So it's PG, straight up PG rating. And so Disney, Eric, in the 90s, so we're talking early 90s, 93, Disney is starting to make a little bit of a comeback. I don't know if you remember, Disney had kind of a rough 80s.
Is that when the Black Cauldron came out?
Yes, yeah. Black Cauldron
I
era.
liked it. I
did too. I like those books. I don't know if you had read those books, but they were trying to find their way. They kind of split off. Touchstone Pictures sort of was created, and they were the ones. So you have this division of Disney doing like the live action movies that are more adult oriented. Touchstone Pictures, like Splash, things like that. They're doing movies like that, right? And then moving into the 90s, they start to make their comeback, right? Beauty and the Beast comes out, right? Early 90s. And that animation starts to make a big comeback. And then they still have Touchstone is doing really well with their movies. And then they start Hollywood Pictures as another division of theirs. And they're doing really well. But Disney live action was struggling a little bit. And I guess the biggest thing I would say is Mighty Ducks was big, huge, right? Came out right before this movie.
The Mighty Ducks.
Right. But I just want to set the scene as when we're going to talk about this movie's a little strange as far as what we're going to see here. A lot of things mixed up. And I just throw that out there, Eric, that I think Disney was trying to figure out, what does our live action stuff look like right now? What is a live action Disney movie?
Yes.
Well, right? Does that make sense?
I agree on that. You can see that struggle because with Hocus Pocus, it's not, there's a lot of, the villains are very Disney villainous. They're like, I'm a villain, stuff like that. And then the mom and dad and the bully friends and all that. I think I can see
There's a lot of mix. Yeah. But I did want to just say that was sort of what we're coming into. But also it was created. It's one of these things you hear about. The producer, David Kirshner, who put together Child's Play and some other horror series.
There you go.
Produced them. But it was a story he told his kids. And that's how this started. It was like one of those things, like he would tell his kids this story about witches and a cat and all of this stuff. And that took about 10 years to get to the screenplay stage.
Wow.
And then he finally got a screenwriter to write a script of it, Eric. And the screenwriter has some credits here, which you'll love. Okay.
He has major credits. Was it Batman Returns?
Oh, no, Eric. Major credits for Midnight Cinema. But Battery's not included.
Oh, wait. That's a Spielberg, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Critters 2, the main course.
Some say better than Critters. So.
Yeah. And have probably a future Midnight Cinema here, Eric. Sleepwalkers.
Oh,
probably.
Yeah, I think
probably somewhere down the line. I can see that one.
Any number of these we could probably make it, except for Batteries Not Included.
Right. So the screenwriter pens this. It's a lot more horror. It's scarier. It's a scarier bent towards what we're going to see here today.
Okay.
And
I will agree with you that the idea is scary, but watching it again, this for the first time I watched it, and I keep thinking to myself, what if this was rated R? Like how much better in a way. I'm sorry, all you Hocus Pocus fans. I love Hocus Pocus, so everybody shut up. But wouldn't it be cool if they just, instead of doing that awful part 2, they just did it rated R. They did it again. Rated R.
Or even, I think, Eric, we just talked about it, PG-13 even.
No,
I think it was more pitched
R.
towards rated R.
No.
You want to go hard on this one.
I want to go rated PG-13.
Originally called Disney's Halloween House. That was the original title.
Okay.
Were they pitching? Do you think they were pitching a ride possibly to be tied in or something like that?
I don't know. Halloween House sounds like a Saturday morning program.
It really does.
House. We're making potions today.
My other favorite thing here is they tried to get, as they were trying to get it made, Disney's sort of on board, but a little like, I don't know. And they pull in Spielberg to try and co-produce. And Spielberg said, F off.
He
Because
did.
at that,
Oh,
at
wait,
that
he wasn't-
point, well, at that point, he was starting Amblin and that whole
Yep.
thing. I love in the background, Eric, he saw Disney as his competition. He was like, I'm not working with Disney. He's like, yeah, you know what? Eric, he's like, I got 2 wands for you right here, Disney, right? You gonna work with bibbity bobbity bob on my wand.
Yeah,
Disney.
you know
It's
what you can do with that broomstick handle, don't you?
Get out of
Well.
here. So it does end up at Disney, and it goes through, as we can tell, a lot of rewrites and a lot of mixing things up, trying to figure out how to do it, and gets revived like we see all the time, Eric. Bette Midler gets wind of it. Bette Midler gets involved, and then gears start turning for this to get.
Yeah, and because Bette Midler is Bette Midler, but she super well known.
Mhm.
Like, oh my gosh, Bette Midler in it. And I think she does a great job. It just it's very campy. It's camp. It's Halloween camp. But I just think talking about it because so a lot of it is based on Salem. I just think it's going to be fun.
So let's get into it since you said based on Salem, Eric. This movie opens flying overhead some water and then over some trees.
Yep. And I guess we'll start, Art. Is this Salem? No. Go ahead.
So we do get an overhead shot. It's so funny to think today you just do this with drones, right? These were helicopter shots probably back then. And we see in the shadow right of the water and the trees is a witch shadow at the bottom of the screen. Riding a broom.
One witch flying.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good opening. It sucks you in like, ooh, we got witches.
And it has kind of a creepy score coming in, kind of a little bit of creepiness and
a little Elfman-ish, isn't it? Little Danny Elfman-ish.
It is. Now this composer Debney, I think is his last name. He's done everything, Eric, from Elf, right? You probably recognize like that type of Elf to Passion of the Christ. So,
oh yeah, that one I have on my playlist. But Passion of the Christ is on my playlist.
But and also we're getting some detecting some background like singing. There's like a voice sort of singing a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're coming over a period village here.
Right. From the 1600s. Is this Salem? No.
No, it's not. No. I thought it was.
Nope.
I thought that this was, that they cropped this in here from an actual overhead.
Nope.
Of okay.
Nope, like,
you'll let us know, though. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Or it's one of those things. It is not Pioneer Village, everybody.
Okay. That was what I was going to ask. It is not. Okay.
So far.
All right.
But it does land on what is actually still in Salem today, Pioneer Village. So when we're introduced to this guy in a bed who's Thackeray Binks, you know those names? You got Goodwin, Proctor, Binks. My name is Binks, but he's in a bed, and that is actually...
It sounds like a Bond villain's name.
It does, right? Ah, Mr. Bond, I see you've brought your broomstick. Yes, I have. You and that cat have got to go. But he's in a bed, and they actually shot that scene inside one of the buildings of Pioneer Village, because I've been in that house. I'm like, so is this Salem? Ding!
Yes. Okay, interesting, because I thought the outsides were Pioneer Village, and then I assumed that they created those interiors for some sort of soundstage or something.
Well, when the actors are in play, it is Pioneer Village.
Okay, great.
The overhead shot, not Salem. Pioneer Village in Salem right now. Ding! Thackeray Binks. And he's looking for his sister.
Yeah, and we see something quickly go by the window. It's a quick witch.
Yes, a quick witch. That's awesome. We got a quick witch.
It definitely reads as a witch scooting by the window. And Thackeray is concerned because suddenly he realizes his sister is not in the house.
Yes, and apparently none of the adults or parents or anybody. It's just him and a friend.
In his nightshirt. In his
nightshirt. Yep.
Yep.
And that's when we hear his song too. It's like, come let your children
Mm-hmm.
Very, very old school song.
And he comes out with it's funny because he's got the 90s hair, like parted sort of across his forehead to each side, right?
But Artie's wearing his period appropriate shift.
That's right.
The long shirt, a shift. But just the two teenagers in the entire village. Apparently, just him and this other dude.
Right. It is the morning because, the Puritans didn't get up early in the morning, Eric.
No, never.
Now, I will say I think they have a little legend of the time that we're at here.
1693.
93.
1690.
So, can you tell us where that would be in the history of the Salem witch trials, Eric?
It would be a year after the witch trials ended.
Yes.
But they're not really saying anything about 1692. So that's why I just think they did 1693 to be like, we don't want to get that close.
And also to make it that 93 is 300 years later, right?
Probably more that. But yeah, 1692, the witchcraft trials lasted less than a year, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And 1693, people would still be in jail for witchcraft, but they're kind of releasing them and things like that.
And so he's trying to find his sister Emily. He keeps hearing her sort of laughing ahead of him. And there's actually some good, I like some of this. He looks across a huge field, and just at the other end of it, you see Emily, and she's with the witch figure, and they're sort of dancing, and they just disappear into the trees across the way. I like that shot. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool.
A fire. He can see this purple. I think it's purple. Purple smoke is coming out of this chimney way in the distance. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like I'm going to keep doing this. But right across from Pioneer Village, looking out, is this Salem? No, because you'd be looking at Forest River Park, ladies and gentlemen. So but what's what I love is if you're watching this, if you're a Hocus Pocus maniac, because we have thousands of people going to the Hocus Pocus house. Even today, they're probably hanging out there right now. But I just think it's fun to point out where they go, oh, that's not Salem? Because it's not all shot in Salem, everybody. Unlike regular movies, it's always shot on location.
And so Thackeray, and his friend, there's another, you said the only other young person in the town, they'd see the smoke rising up from the forest, like you just said, and they conjure.
They conjure. Who conjures? They conjure. Like it's just a thing. There's 3 witches far away in the woods and they let them be. Oh, they're just conjuring. Well, what I love is Zachary's got to go after his sister. She's so young compared to him, right? He's like 16 and she's, I don't know, 5, 8. But he's running barefoot. And all I could think of was like, ow, oh, God. Kid's really running barefoot.
Through the woods. Then he comes upon the house.
Yeah.
In the woods.
And Art, I wish that we had these houses in Salem. And the closest thing we have is a building called the Witch House. But this thing, it's like a beautiful 2-story 1600s building with it's got a water wheel next to it and everything. Yeah. And I was like, oh, gosh. But is it in Salem, Art? Is it? No.
We joked about Halloween House earlier. It looks like something you'd see at a Disney park or something.
It looks like a 1600s Disney Tim Burton-ish witch's cottage. And this would be really something cool to have here. I almost wanted to make it where you go into, I couldn't call it the Sanderson house, but it would be cool to do that. But he looks inside, and Art inside, we see our 3 witches and an awesome cauldron, and I have a cauldron this size, just so you know. Mm-hmm. At World of Wizardry, our cauldron is kind of modeled after this one. It's huge.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, I do want to say already what I'm noticing is just a huge aesthetic difference between the Pioneer Village and running through the woods, like you said, his bare feet, and then suddenly we're clearly on a sound stage.
Oh, yeah.
The way it's lit, the way it feels, the aesthetic.
Yeah.
So
if you're coming to look for this house, Art, it's not here.
No. So he's looking at the window, and at first you don't see it. They're hunched over. They have hoods on, and they have Emily in a chair. And they're sort of around her.
Yeah, and she is
yeah.
the sweetest thing. She's not talking or anything. She's wearing what looks like appropriate Puritan garb because I know all about that.
She looks like she'd be a hologram at an
it's a
attraction.
hologram. Yeah. Little nod to the theater, but yeah, she's just sitting there doing nothing. But she's the most innocent, beautiful look on her face.
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna meet our witches here, the Sanderson sisters.
The Sanderson sisters.
The Sanderson is Sanderson a Puritan name too? You said Binks earlier.
It is not. They did some things that are adjacent, but they didn't use names from the witchcraft trials. Sanderson. That would have been a cool name. I'm John Sanderson. This is my wife, Goody Sanderson. All the little Sandersons. But yeah, they're old. They're old. They're not grotesquely old, but they're old like witches. They look like what you would think a witch looks like, except for their outfits. The outfits are very colorful. So
we're meeting Bette Midler is Winifred. She's Winnie.
Do you want to describe them now, each witch?
Yeah, so she is clearly the sister that's in charge of all this, and she has these two prominent sort of buck teeth. Almost like a rat would have, right? You'd imagine like a rat or a mouse would have, or a mole up there.
Yeah, she's got, and this crazy hair. It looks like what I call brain hair. It's two tufts of hair that stick out like that. It looks to me like if the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland and the Queen of Hearts had a baby.
Which could happen if you think about it.
Or the Mad Hatter's sister. But it's very awkward. Yeah. And then she's wearing green. So she's got a green hood, but sort of a greeny dress. It's not your typical like witch in black or Puritan, completely Puritan looking. It's very stylized. Mm-hmm.
And behind the scenes, Bette Midler was very clear she didn't want to wear black.
Like, I ain't wearing no black.
Costume. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Then we have the next biggest name in the movie would be Sarah Jessica Parker is our next witch, and she's Sarah, which is her name.
Come on. I have to point out right now, but I got to do a shout out to our cosplay Sarah Sanderson in Salem. So she goes by Jack the Pumpkin Queen on Instagram. But I was watching this again, and I'm like, oh my God, this isn't Sarah Jessica Parker. This is my friend on the strip. She does such a great job. So if anybody wants to see her in Salem and you hear this podcast, you got a few days left. She busks in Salem. And if you want to follow her on Instagram, it's Jack the Pumpkin Queen. And she's only been in Salem for 3 years, but she is awesome, adorable. We went to the Vamp Fangs events. She's just fun, super fun. So, hi, Sarah. Muck, boys. Boys.
Yeah. So Sarah Jessica Parker. At this point, Eric, this is a few years before Sex and the City. That was like later.
Before.
This is before. Yeah. So she's right now. You know what? She's in that phase where it was like she was in a lot of movies, but they were hit and miss, and like Honeymoon in Vegas with Nick Cage. Like she was sort of doing that, but it wasn't going. I will say it wasn't going great for her at this point.
Well, this skyrocketed her career.
Yeah, this is definitely post Square Pegs. A number of years post Square Pegs.
Wow, Square Pegs.
Yeah, she was Square Peg and Annie Broadway. On Broadway.
She was Annie. She's wearing red. It's kind of it's red, but it's got like purples in it and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure that one's red, right? Yeah. I hope I'm not wrong, everybody. I hope it's not. I hope it's not purple and the other one's red.
And how would you describe her personality? Oh
my gosh,
we're gonna get into a lot of this. I'm gonna ask you a lot of questions.
Thank God
these things. Okay.
Sarah does such a great job. She is just has no brain. She is distracted in the most pleasant way the entire time. And I won't say she's stupid, but she just looks from one thing to another like, oh. And she keeps that through the whole movie. And she's also a little randy. She's a little, she likes the boys.
Yes. Which I want to talk about this as we go on. And then our last witch here is Mary, played by Catherine Najimy.
Yeah.
And this would have been just a couple of years after her big breakout was Sister Act.
Yeah. And this one, this witch, Mary, has got it. Both her and Bette Midler have this weird hairdo. Like Sarah Jessica Parker's hair is just long, blonde, like white blonde hair. Hers looks like, it looks like Mount Crumpet, like it kind of goes up. It's a black twisted thing, almost like Nightmare Before Christmas style. It's just weird. And her hair's black. And she does this thing with her mouth where she puts it to the side.
And she sometimes sticks her tongue out in her mouth. Like,
and it's just, I don't get this one, I think.
Okay, we're going to talk about this as we go on all this.
Sorry, everybody. I know I'll find my mistake, but I think she's wearing the purple. Right? Right, everybody? Okay. Right? Jack the Pumpkin Queen, am I right?
You're nervous. I've never seen you nervous on this podcast before.
Jimmy right now.
You're pretty authoritative, and I
started saying it on my mouth, and I'm like, wait, which one's wearing purple? Because it's so important to the plot.
Yeah, and so I should mention, a lot of people nowadays would know Najimy. She's the voice of King of the Hill. She's the mom, the voice of the mom on King of the Hill, Peggy.
Yep. Oh my God. Actually, Art, I did not know that. So
okay.
That is amazing.
Yeah. So she's still out there doing stuff too.
So we got our three witches established, and Banks is looking through the window. Yes, all you Hocus Pocus fans who are like probably screaming and pulling your hair out. Sarah's purple. Okay. I'm sorry. Sarah's purple, Mary's red. Leave me alone. I hate it. I'm sorry, Winifred. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's looking through the window, and then he kind of backs up because we established now the character of Winifred because she opens the windows and she's like, another glorious morning makes me sick. So she talks like that. She pulls it off, but she talks like that through the home. It's almost like, what's his name? It's like, what's it, Huey?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a Sanderson sister now.
Yeah,
and then all three.
Right now. We got all three. And
colors be damned, we have all three.
Yeah, and she has to go over her darling little book and get her book, which is sort of baby's first Necronomicon or something. It's like
that.
It's the PG version of the Evil Dead book, is what I'd like to say, right? The PG, right?
Yeah. It has an eyeball, which sounds scary.
Mm-hmm.
And it's made out of flesh, but it sounds scary, but the book doesn't look scary. The eyeball is sort of the I guess that's the lock. So there's a lock over the eye, and then you unlock it like that. But she's waking up the spell book, and they're stirring that big cauldron, which always pisses me off. It pisses me off. I have to tell you, you cannot touch a freaking flaming cauldron, iron cauldron from the outside, and they're putting their hands on it. I'm like, you're
right. They're coming up to the lip of it. They put their hands on it. I didn't even notice.
Oh yeah, I'm a big fan of that, and I have empty pizza boxes and empty coffee cups drive me up a wall. But the book that magically flips, which I love the effect, which you can do. It's practical effect. It's awesome, but they're looking for the life potion, and they flip through the book, flip, and the book's got those great yellowy pages and stuff. It looks really cool, but they got to get to the life potion.
Yes, and I don't know how to get this across to people who maybe have never seen the movie like me.
Yeah,
as they're doing everything Eric and I are describing, they are constantly talking and saying things and like, it's like a constant barrage of talking. And I'm going to be really honest, I couldn't understand half of what they were saying half the time. I had to put on the subtitles. As the movie goes on, it's better. But here at the opening, it's right. And which I realized, but it's all things. It's like they'll mutter under their breath behind one another, and they'll say things, and then they'll come out, and I'm like, I can't hear them. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's
what they're doing.
little improvs that they're doing,
Correct.
especially Kathy, Jimmy's doing Mary. She's always saying like these little things, and then all we have is Sarah, who I love, my favorite.
Yeah,
just repeats. If she likes a word, she'll just repeat it over and over, like dead man's toe, dead man's toe, dead man's toe. I mean, she's just
to sort of bring us back. Dead man's toe is one of the ingredients they need for this life potion. They need a dead man's toe.
Yes.
Yeah,
and they have apparently plenty of them. Was my guess. While that's happening, Binks is using that water wheel that everyone would have in their Puritan homes to get inside from the second floor. So this is a big house. Well, so far, I bet this film so far is meeting your expectations of what you thought it was.
I already realized I have no idea what this movie was. I was like, okay. Yeah, so he's climbed up to into the house.
Yes. And the witches these are typical Disney villains because they all seem a bit dim. Even the smart one, which is Winnie, seems a little dumb. And then Mary has a special skill, and she can smell children.
Yes.
That's her skill. So she's like, I smell a child. I smell a child. But Winnie shuts her down, Art, because Winnie's like, "Duh, there's a kid right there sitting in the seat, you moron. Let's finish this spell. They got to finish the potion to feed to the kid."
And then also, and I got to bring this up again in this movie, Eric. What do they define as a child that Mary can smell? Like, what's the age that they're children, and what's their? I think this varies a little bit throughout the movie.
Doesn't quite give you the actual information, but my thought is when you've discovered your purpose,
Yabos, when you've discovered Yabos.
When you've come of age, then you're no longer a child.
Gotcha.
But it doesn't necessarily have to be a certain age.
Thackeray's
a kid, yeah. Yeah, so they do this thing where they all spit into the cauldron. This is where we get some of the comedy because they all do it at once. They're like, spit into the cauldron. So we're getting that it's not taking itself seriously.
Yeah.
Even though, Art, they're about to suck the life out of a child, and they've just thrown body parts into a cauldron that they're going to make the kid drink.
Thank you. Okay.
So rated R.
Yeah.
Right? There's some guy in the back in a separate room. They're cutting them to pieces.
Eric, tilt your head a little bit and squint, and you have a scene from Dr. Sleep in here.
Oh, yes.
If you think about it.
Yeah, we just watched that. Yeah. Right? Well, hello there. Oh, yeah. That's what's going on.
Right. They're sucking the essence out of this child.
Yeah.
So that they can, the idea is then they'll be immortal. They'll live forever.
Yeah, because they're old right now. So,
So,
and finally, the brother Thackeray is watching this for so long. I'm like, what are you doing?
And this is going to continue through the ages. This idea of let's watch somebody in peril for a long time. This is going to come up again in this movie.
Let's go. Let's get your sister, for crying out loud. So he kicks it in gear and he gets in, and they're all like, "Whoa!" And he grabs the cauldron, the boiling giant. This is like 3 feet in diameter, with both hands, and he pushes it. And you're laughing. So the rated R version is he goes, his hands are like all, but no. He knocks it right over. It's probably weighs about, you ever pick up a pot, like you're making pasta, and you pick it up and you're like, geez, it's like 5 pounds.
I got to turn it to drain it. It's kind of
heavy. This thing, he just, what's that, centrifugal force? He pushes it over, and they all are like, wah! So he knocks all that potion out. Yeah, Winifred's got, apparently they have special powers because she's like the emperor from Star Wars. She's like,
that's what I had in my notes. She zaps him. I said in my notes, Eric, she zaps him like the emperor.
Yes.
Star Wars.
Now watch your friends die.
And it's pretty violent and like she's zapping him and zapping him.
But it's funny because the other witches are laughing and it's funny.
Yeah.
Right? So
and she's sort of like, "Ooh, stay there," you know,
Yep.
all of
yeah,
that.
you over there, please, whatever it is. I think that's
And
what it is.
So Emily is sitting in the chair. She's glowing now. She has sort of a glowing, misty thing going on around her, and they start to breathe it in. And these crone-ish women, suddenly it looks like years have come off of them.
Well, yeah, sort of.
Sort of.
So Sarah, yeah, she must have sucked off a little bit more than everybody else because she's like, hello.
Sarah Jessica Parker is now hot.
She's and Bette Winifred's still like, she's got that makeup on when you didn't look in the mirror but before you applied it. It's like, she looks like a circus clown or something. She looks like Annabelle. Look at my face right now. She looks like that.
Yeah, she put a little color in her face. Yeah,
here's what's funny what they do through the whole movie because they don't want you to be scared. So when the witches walk over to suck out the juices out of this kid and basically murder them, they're walking with the same walk, like ha 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 ha. It's like a little thing they do. So we're going as kids. This is funny.
Yes.
And what I love is Sarah she looks at her, she's like, boys will love me. She's ready. She's ready to get some boys.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Sarah, our Sarah on the street is always like, every time someone goes to take a picture with her, if it's a little boy, she's like, a boy.
Yeah. Right away, I was like, okay, boys will love me, but she's saying it as if she's I'm like, is she in Arrested Development or something? Maybe I'm thinking too much about this, Eric.
I think you're right.
But my first time watching, I'll just throw this out right now, Eric.
Yeah.
My first time watching in this scene we're describing here with all this stuff going on and these three sort of bizarro characters, they're just sort of off the wall in a way. I'm trying, you can imagine as a first time watcher, I'm trying to understand who are they? Like, what are their personalities? How do they relate to each other? And I'll be honest, it's not giving me a lot to grasp onto, right? Okay, and I'm not saying that to. I'm not saying that as far as enjoyment. I'm just saying story-wise, I'm a little adrift as to far as what's happening here.
Yeah.
And
you get one's a alpha witch. That's the MO. Then you get one who's apparently a cook or a baker is kind of their MO.
Yeah,
that's Mary, and then you've got I'm hot for boys. That's their MO. That's it.
Yeah,
that's all you got. But she says she has some of the best lines because Sarah goes, "Let me hang him on a hook and let me play with him." I'm like, what do you mean?
Okay, there's stuff like yes. Okay, I was like, now, so I'm like, okay, is this sexual? Is this not? Is it Arrested Development? But with her character, then with the person who's Kathy and Jimmy, Mary, who's sniffing all the time and her tongue is half hanging out of her mouth. I was like, yeah. I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to do? But here's my point, Eric, and you've already sort of pointed this out.
Yeah.
I'm like, are these the villain? Am I supposed to be scared of them, or am I supposed to find them lovable? Am I supposed to? It's sort of what you're getting at. It's like you can see the more horror version in your head as you're watching it.
Oh yeah,
but it's
they
not
actually put them on a hook. But no,
it's not giving you that. It's not giving you that, and so that's where I'm at. I just want to sort of tell you where I'm at.
I agree. They're not. They're Disney villains, and all of the villains, for the most part, you aren't entirely frightened of them until they turn bad at the end, where they're like, "Now I'll show you my power." You're like, "Oh, geez," but it's Hades when he's like, "Oi, bursts, oi," things like that. You're not really. They're Disney villains, so
they're
Captain Hooks. They're Captain Hooks. That's what they are.
Yeah. Captain Hook was a little more menacing, I think.
Was he?
But
Peter Pan, the crocodile took my hand. I'm so menacing. Oh, yeah, I can see how you could see that art. Yeah.
Still today, I'm
still today. But they're checking the spell book now because they've trapped Thackeray.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they called him Thack? Like, Thack, where's Thack? But they check the spell book and now they're like, oh, we're not going to kill you. We're going to punish you.
Yes.
Because you're going to live forever.
Mm.
And you'll feel the guilt of watching your sister die.
This is scary stuff, like you said. They're like, your sister's going to die.
She's dead.
And you're going to watch it.
She's slumped over
and you're going to be guilty for eternity.
Eternity. And she is dead, Art. She's slumped over. They put a blanket over her. She dead. She's a dead little girl right now that they sucked the life out of.
Yes.
And so that what they do is they do a spell. Do you have the spell? Because if you do, I'm going to just be giddy.
I don't have the spell. I don't.
Because I'm like, if Art starts...
Even with my subtitles, yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were going to be like, small lippy to climb, dickety, whatever they do. Hocus Pocus fans will be like, Erik, I know that. No, probably tell us what it is. We might get the most comments.
Could be the end of the podcast.
Yeah, but they turn him into a cat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's great because the cat, when he shrinks down to a cat, it's a beautiful short hair cat. And it's an animatronic. The first one is an animatronic. It looks
they mixed with some real cat, animatronic, and CGI, right? It's all combined.
It's mostly real cat where they do the mouth over the cat.
Mm-hmm.
But this one is an awesome animatronic. And I have an animatronic cat that doesn't work anymore at World of Wizardry in the window. But I thought it was great.
Mm-hmm.
But finally, remember, apparently there's only 2 teenagers that live in the village. And where all the other villages were they at a picnic or something?
And then...
Because they all show up.
And I was a little confused at the time. I thought we were waking up in the morning when Thackeray left the house, and now it seems to be darker out. I don't know. I was a little...
Well, it's October.
Yeah, that is true.
So... 7 in the morning is still dark. No.
Yeah, but the villagers are pounding on the door.
Yeah. Oh!
And Sarah, they're trying to play it off, and then Sarah's like, because we have children in here. She gives it away.
Sucking the eyes out of little children. They're like, shut up. But why aren't they? We just saw that Winifred has this amazing skill to electrify people without recharging. So why aren't they just like, oh, well, we'll just fry all these villagers?
I know. Well, now they're on the gallows. They're standing up there on the gallows.
Want to point out, not in Salem, but they here in Salem, people accused of witchcraft were hanged, not burned. Everybody,
yes.
So at least they did that homework. Now you got a PG Disney movie with 3 women about to be having their necks snapped.
Erik, yeah. But they're making it funny, like you said. I don't know if it's because I know so much about the witch from working with you and being in Salem and knowing all the kind of very serious history of it. Seeing this, I was like, but this is played funny, which is okay. But I don't know. It's a weird mix. It's a weird mix.
My issue with this scene is they took the witches and they brought the book.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? The book. I think the book is there. I could be wrong, but
it is. It has to be for what happens next. Yeah.
Yeah. So when he's like, oh, the book starts flipping to a new spell. And this is what always bothers me, Art, in a curse movie. So someone's about to curse you. They're telling you, like, I put a curse on this town. And then you stand there and you let them say the curse. Even if it's 2 minutes long, you're like, oh, shoot. Instead of, I put a curse on this town. You just get... What? Like, there's your curse, lady.
Well, I was going to say, how does that work with the rules of, like, the condemned can say a last word? Ooh, I'm going to use it to curse you.
I'm going to do a curse.
Oh,
yeah. They're like, shoot. Do we have to let them do it? Yeah, it says it in the book. It says you allowed them to say the final words all the way through.
And they think they're about to end. They're like, it's the end.
Yes.
And on the gallows. And then the wind blows the book open to a page where a certain spell is there. And it says that on All Hallows Eve, once a virgin will summon us from the ground.
A what?
Is that it? A virgin.
Oh, a virgin.
That's what it says,
In a
right? That's
Disney movie, they define virgin
Oh, we're going to talk a lot
as a
about this
person-
in this movie. Yeah.
a person who has not yet had sex. Oh, wait, it's
Yeah,
the same definition.
this is a big subject in this movie, Eric. This is
I love it.
you know what this is? It's American Pumpkin Pie is the movie.
It's American Pumpkin Pie. What are you doing with that gourd, Thackeray? Leave me alone.
So yeah, the
Is this
spell
what
book.
you call?
Oh no, Eric, Hocus Pocus fans are gonna hate me for that.
Yeah, that's right. We know.
but-
This is for us.
Yes,
But yeah, the virgin will summon us from under the ground. And then the dad, apparently Thackeray's dad is in charge, and he just goes like, with his hand, and they get hanged.
Mhm.
So far we've got a dead 6-year-old girl,
Yes.
a boy that was turned into a cat, a stew made of human parts, and then 3 hanged women.
We see their feet. They're swinging. Oh, we should say, as the father is walking away, the father of Emily, a black cat is trying to get his attention at his feet, and he kicks the cat away.
Yes, it's not quite. I wish he had said something. Away, foul beast. Something like that. Like, why would he, you foul thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
His own
yeah,
kid.
he doesn't realize that's Thackeray.
Yeah, which I want to talk about later when we meet Thackeray the cat later.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering why there wasn't something that happened here.
And then we're going to cut forward, flash way forward, Eric.
Yep.
300 years. And there's suddenly a narrator talking over everything. It's a narrator telling us about poor Thackeray Bing. That's how it starts. And I was like, what about Emily? I'm like,
Yeah.
Thackeray
Well,
Bing.
maybe we didn't hear that part where she's
Yeah,
like,
we
"And
didn't hear
poor
that part.
Emily dead, a
that
rotting
part, yeah.
corpse on the chair."
Yeah.
But she's telling this story to a bunch of looks like high school students, and they are so interested. Like it's a like if you've gone to like a religious revival, and it's like, and Jesus, they're all like, yeah. They're just so into what she's saying. They're not bored at all.
But Eric, she is narrating it as if she's talking to a kindergarten class.
Yes,
That is
instead
her
of the
mode
high
that she's
schooler.
in.
Yeah.
Right.
But they're digging it because she's like, they say that a black cat still guards the old Sanderson house. And then she does this thing like a fake magic trick with, what is it, a streamer?
It's like a cray paper streamer. Yeah.
And the kids
And they love it.
You know,
They love it.
Oh my God, Art, you're right. It's like a bunch of 3rd graders. And they love this story.
Now, in this classroom, Eric, you're my expert, Salem or not.
Inside the classroom? No.
Okay. All right.
Interior of the building? No.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
So, yeah. And we hear somebody scoffs at it, right? Somebody scoffs over there. And Mr. Tie-Dye. It's a kid too cool for school. He's got a tie-dye shirt on, Eric.
Yeah, and apparently as a teacher, you can berate where someone is from because he's from California. He's a new student, Max Dennison, and he is the least looking Californian that I'm just like, what? Why is everybody else? What makes him a Californian? Because he has a tie-dye shirt, right? So she's like, oh, yeah, you don't believe in this stuff or whatever. And everyone in that class, if you look at this like it's a cult, like they brainwashed the kids, it seems to be like everyone in Salem is in some kind of Halloween witch cult. From the beginning, they're like, and what do we say? Good night, Samhain. I mean, what is happening? And we're not like that, everybody. We're not like, we don't go to school and learn the history. And then we're like, oh, yes, yay.
And he says, well, Halloween was invented by the candy companies.
Yeah.
To sell candy, which...
No.
But that's it's kind of a dumb thing to say. It's not even. Do you think? I was like, what is he supposed to be? Are we supposed to be on this kid's side? Because he seems like a dumb person would say that in the class. Like,
yeah, it's in his delivery. But if you look at this movie, like everybody is a deer in the headlights kind of a thing. Everybody almost talks like this. Almost everybody. And so we get introduced to Allison.
Allison's behind him. Yeah.
Allison.
This is
Possible
Vanessa
love interest.
Shaw. Yeah. Possible love
Allison-
interest.
Allison's a typical, I would say, beautiful love interest teenager. She's got the long blonde hair. She's not all done up or anything. She's just regular.
No.
Looks like she lives in Marblehead, something like that.
And that's what I was gonna. I said that's what she looked like to me.
Not Salem. These aren't Salem kids right now. These are Marblehead kids.
This actress Erik went on. Do you remember that movie Eyes Wide Shut?
Yeah,
she was.
Was she in Eyes Wide Shut?
She was remember the prostitute that had AIDS?
Whoa!
Remember that?
Whoa.
That was her.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, Allison,
yeah.
what happened?
And Erik, possible future Midnight Cinema movie for us. She was in that Hills Have Eyes remake. She was in that the remake. You know,
Oh,
to be in that. Yeah.
Because I try to avoid that when I have seen it, and it's very hard for me to watch.
It's brutal. It's a brutal one. Yeah.
But I guess now I have to watch it and go, oh my God, Allison.
Yeah.
What happened?
Allison's in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And they were just here, Art, by the way. Some of the cast members were here with this event called It's Just a Bunch of Hocus Pocus. So Allison was just here. Yeah.
Oh, well, good.
I didn't see her.
And I want to talk to you about
gave
some
her my
stuff.
number.
Oh,
I gave her my number, Art, and she
like Max Dennison does. Well, we should say that she has the knowledge about what Halloween actually is.
Oh, she does. I'm sorry, I skipped that. We get our Samhain.
People should know Erik and I. We cover a lot of movies during the October season. We try to cover movies that cover Halloween, and so we hear a lot of monologues in movies about the Samhain tradition,
which is the same thing. The thin veil between the living and the dead. But it's basically, yeah. They're like, okay, thin veil, got it.
Tradition. It was, it goes back to the Celtic. I know we're saying it now, but in a sort of a bored fashion. But we've heard this monologue a lot.
Yeah. She knows a lot. The whole Salem, the city of Salem, apparently all the kids are taught this from the beginning. So they all know about Halloween.
And then school's out.
Yeah.
School is out. Can we talk about school letting out?
Yes.
Is this because it's Halloween? Was this your experience in Salem, Erik? When you the doors fly open, like you're about to go into a musical number from Grease, right?
Yep.
And you guys pour out, and Silly String is being that you guys would just somebody to the sides is just spraying.
Yes,
Silly
usually
String all over
the
everybody.
assistant principal has that job, and they give all the kids cans of Silly String because that always comes off of your clothing, and and then streamers, whatever you want, and then we celebrate the exiting of school at 3 p.m. so we can all Samhain. But the Silly String goes way back to Celtic times when they threw small intestines at the children.
I just wanted to, and then also there's a guy coming out in a suit who then looks like he's talking to a college senior who's in a football shirt, and they're just chatting. It was just a very odd group of people. I actually rewound and watched it a couple of times.
Odd group of people here in Salem, yeah.
So now we're outside the school, Erik. We're in an exterior here.
Oh, is it?
Are we playing your little game? Are we going to play your little game?
We're going to play a little game. Jacob Bailey High School. Is it real? Is it in Salem? Ding! Yes, it is. The Jacob Bailey High School building was once a school. Now I think it's apartments, but there it is. And then they go across to the Salem Common.
Yes, I recognize that. Yeah.
You know the answer. Ding! Yes.
Yes.
Salem Common.
And I don't know if you saw, but they're walking. So basically, Max is catching up to her. Max is on a bicycle. Allison is walking across the common. And it's a nice fall scene, Erik.
Well,
some leaves
in the foreground.
In the foreground, nice yellow leaves, and it's one of those things where if the first time it might escape you, but if you watch it again, you notice that as it goes back, the leaves get less and less on the grass, and the trees get greener and greener in the background. So,
Yeah.
what time of year were they filming this?
I
Do
believe,
you know?
I could be wrong, everyone, but I believe that it was October, like early October, because they
Okay, but the
wanted to
leaves
get-
hadn't quite gone yet.
because our leaves don't really change until late October, November, because up north they're already beautiful, but down here it takes a while.
Yeah. So I read some behind the scenes, and the location person there said that they had just a whole truck full of branches they could stick in trees and leaves they could spread out. So I love it. You have a big budget Disney movie, but also John Carpenter's original Halloween are basically doing the same thing. They're spreading leaves on things and trying to make the foreground look a little more
But
colorful.
they had a lot more leaves than
Yes,
Carpenter
they
did.
did.
Yeah.
And the brighter colors. It does, there may look so they're going to the common here.
And I want to point out the fence. That fence is a fence that's around the Salem Common, and it's really old. It's from the 1800s. Samuel McIntyre designed it. And I climbed that fence, got my foot caught in the top iron spikes, and twisted my ankle. I was hanging upside down from the fence. Right about there. Right about where they're walking. I was like, oh, that's where I twisted my ankle. It's a dangerous
It
fence.
would be great to just see you in the back. You're just in the background. They don't be commenting on it. You're hanging off. Oh!
They kept it in there.
So we learned that Max has just moved there. I mean, really soon. I would imagine maybe the start of the school year, or he's only been there for like a month, maybe.
Yeah,
or
because
something, or a
September.
couple
Yeah.
of weeks.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And so he says, she's asking him, what do you think about it? He says, the leaves are great, but all this Halloween stuff.
Ugh.
I mean, I guess the way you're portraying it, Eric, it's like, I guess if you went to the Wicker Man town, you'd be like, the scenery's nice here, but all this pagan ritual.
Why you guys keep slapping each other? I don't get it. Why you all barefoot? It's a thing. It's a thing.
All right.
Why do you have blood on your face?
He's not into the Sanderson.
No,
sisters.
but you know what?
Yeah.
She gives him a piece of paper because he gave her his number, and we saw it, his name and his number. We saw it. And she gives him a piece of paper, and she goes, trick or treat. And he's like, score.
Yes.
Because he's got her number. But when he opens it up, oh, it's psych. It's his number. It's his own piece of paper. But is it? No, Art. No, it's not. Somebody in the props department forgot. If you want to have some fun, play the piece of paper that he gives her and then fast forward. And you're like, wait a second. Did she rewrite it for him?
Like, oh, shoot. We shot that interior in California, and between California and Boston, it got lost, right?
Who is the phone number? Oh, shoot. But I love it. Nobody would probably, diehard Hocus Pocus fans probably. Now you'll never unsee it.
Yeah, so
now we have a
he
bike
misses
ride
out with
on it.
Allison. That would be a bummer. Allison seems cool.
Yeah, but she's flirting with him, but she
not
going to just give her number to this guy.
No.
But
And then
there's a bike ride now that happens.
Bike ride through the town, well, okay, let's go, Eric. What's the
All right. Okay. So he's on his bike.
He's riding his bike, and we should say it looks like New England. It's a New Englandy town going through. Look, it reminds me a little bit of Brody going through Amity at the beginning of Jaws, right? It looks like that sort of a thing.
And this is just for the diehard Hocus Pocus fans, because I know Salem so well in Marblehead. So we got bike ride. Ready? Starts in Marblehead near Abbott Hall. He's in Marblehead biking. Then he goes down, cuts to its Old Town Hall in Marblehead. And there's actually a store called The Bus Stop in the background, still there. And then we cut to an unknown bike path. Don't know. And then he ends up in a cemetery in Marblehead, Old Burial Hill, a real cemetery near my brother-in-law and sister-in-law's house. There you go. So that's our journey in Salem.
And I was impressed with this. I thought this looked good. Him riding the bike. We're getting that flavor of New England towns. We're going through. I thought this looked good here, and I was
great.
gonna. Yeah, it looks great, and the score is very much the Spielbergy kid on a bicycle beginning of the movie score.
Yeah.
And so here, Eric, I was starting to go, okay, so up to this point, I'm like, okay, so the Sanderson sisters, now I guess it's going to be about these teenage, is Max the hero of the movie? I guess
Wait,
Max
aren't
is the hero of the
coming
movie.
back to work at
I knew they would
CBS?
come back at some point, but I was like,
what about the
I'm like, is
career?
this the guy? Is he the guy right now? And then and then he's going through the cemetery and he runs into Jay and Silent Bob. Like,
no, close.
Close, right?
Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted is what they're going for, right? Is it that mode? But
these guys, yeah, he runs into Jay and Ernie. And I want to point out in the background, they're actual, these aren't movie tombstones, they're actual tombstones.
Yeah.
But these guys, this is where I went, who is from California? Because they talk like this. Shout out to my friends at Salem the Podcast. They dressed as Jay and Ernie, who they just dressed as these characters and did a podcast, or I think they did this Halloween parade dressed as them. So I thought that was funny. And one of them shaved the back of their head, said ice.
Yeah, so we should say one of them has blonde hair, long blonde hair, and the other one has like short hair, but he's got a hat on, like kind of a hat you would see people wear back then.
It looks like he's in a he
ska band or something, right?
Yeah, boy band, but he didn't quite make it the cut.
Yeah, that's
like,
Ernie.
oh, sorry,
and Jay is the other guy. It is like, it just reminded me, but I think Clerks wasn't even out by now. I think Clerks was 94.
Yeah.
So
it just didn't quite. These guys are, again, scary bullies, but not, because they're too dumb to be scary.
They would look like they'd be on the other side of the parking lot in San Dimas from Bill and Ted.
Right, exactly.
Right?
Yeah. And they're just
but they're
dumb. He's like, this is Ernie. He's like, it's ice. I told you. And he's got carved in the back of his hair, ice.
Yeah. Ice. Just Ernie.
And then
but then they turn into bullies.
Yeah, they start off nice, but then they're like, you got any money? You know, he goes, do you have anything? And then I think Max is like, hey, maybe you could learn to breathe through your nose. So, I mean, not to push this along, but they basically, we have some banter with them, and then they steal his shoes. So he has to bike home in socks.
And I'm like, is this reverse Karate Kid? Like he's coming from the West Coast to here, but instead of karate, everybody here is into Halloween.
Right, exactly. They keep calling him Hollywood. Like, you don't know about ghosts, Hollywood.
Yeah,
come back and see us when you have some fake vampire teeth, dude. In our little cult of Halloween.
Imagine if it was like, it was really reverse. It was like William Zabka came like and came to, and he just started beating the crap out of everybody. Like
William Zabka?
Isn't that, am I getting his name right?
Who the hell is William Zabka?
Oh, Johnny from Karate Kid. Cobra Kai.
Yes. It's kind of like that, except not.
He just doesn't put up with anything. They start making fun of him, and he just
takes him down. Yeah.
They're like, hey, Hollywood.
Yep.
Like 5 foots to the head. Like
sorry, man. I'm sorry.
So, but anyways, yeah. So that's what I got actually here. I joke, but I was like, okay, so he's from another state and he's not fitting in and he's bullied, but the bullying isn't like Karate Kid bullying where they're beating the living crap out of him. So he's just losing his shoes. I don't know.
They're good. They're new sneakers.
Yeah.
But we do see another, is this Salem? The beautiful looking tower that he's looking at is not in Salem, everybody. That's Abbott Hall in Marblehead. Yes. But Max's house, when he gets to his house, are you ready? Is it in Salem, Art? Ding! It is.
It is.
It is a 10-minute walk from my house.
Okay.
So this house, in my opinion, average looking house with just a little cupola on it, a white little house with this little like tower on the top. That's the one they chose for Max's house, and it's in Salem. It's right on the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Interior? Is this the house on the interior? I doubt it.
interior. No, they've never set foot in there. No, everybody, no. Don't knock on the door and think that the 90-year-old people that live there are going to let you tour their house. Come on in.
Yeah,
Stay
so he
away
comes
from the
home, and
house.
it looks like the parents they're still unpacking. There's boxes everywhere in the house.
Yeah, they're slow unpackers. Orsina and I, we're done. We're like day one, we're unpacked. But
so the parents, he comes in, he's obviously upset. Like I said, he's not having a good time living here. He goes upstairs to his bedroom, and we get a POV. Somebody's watching him from the closet
window. Oh, through the closet. Yeah, it's
through
Mike
the closet
Myers.
slats. Yes,
It's Mike Myers.
but it's awkward because starts. I mean, if it's American Pumpkin Pie, he's going to be doing something different.
He'll be doing something different. If this was rated R, this would be much more.
He hits his bed hard, and he has like a big pillow that he pulls close to him, and he starts saying that he's hugging. Basically, what he's doing is he starts to cuddle with a pillow Allison.
Yes,
he's saying
Allison pillow. Oh, Allison. Oh, I mean, again, if it was rated R. But thankfully, it doesn't go on for too long.
Oh, no, it goes on because...
But not for too long.
Well, it goes...
It's hiding in the closet.
Someone's hiding in the closet. So I was like, wait, are these the Sanderson sisters?
Or is
like,
it
what's
Allison?
in the closet?
It's Allison.
Yeah.
She's like, surprise. Here's my number. My number is YES.
I'll write it on your pillow. Good Lord. So door opens. It's a kid. It's young Thora Birch.
Yep. Dressed
It's
in a
his
little
sister,
witch
Danny.
costume. It's orange and black. It's really cute.
Mm-hmm.
And she's what? 6, 7, 8. But she comes out and she jumps on the bed and she's like, "Oh, Allison." It's really
I'm Allison, she
Kiss
says.
me.
Kiss me, I'm Allison.
Yeah, she doesn't know any better, Art. She's a kid.
I know, but I was like,
But
at this
the
point,
screenwriters know better.
at this point, I am like, this movie clearly, this is one of those movies, Eric, where you see articles online that go like, "You'll never believe this about this movie," and they give you facts or things that happened in this movie. I'm going to tell you, I'll believe anything you tell me about. They're like, "You'll never believe what Hocus Pocus was really going to be about." I'm like, I buy it. There were probably 10 different drafts of this movie that they sandwiched into one movie. And it's because I remember one was like, "You'll never believe there are all these deleted scenes from Hocus Pocus that we've never seen." I'm like, I know. I 100% believe that.
Yes.
So anyways, I'm just saying that this movie, I'm lost
agree.
at this point. Yeah.
You're like,
Okay.
what is I think if you go into it knowing what it is, like it's a family spooky, it's not scary, it's a spooky family movie about Halloween. So if you look at it that way, you're like, okay.
No,
But
I'm pushing back. Because we're having, as you pointed out, we're having hangings.
From the 90s.
We're having
when you weren't sure what was appropriate.
Disney is confused at this
Disney's
point.
like,
They're confused.
Should we use the word virgin for, you're like, no, I think we should, because it's not a virgin. It's not, we're not talking about vaginas.
Okay. The guy's not going to be, the kid isn't going to be masturbating on his bed.
No, I mean, he's going to
we'll get,
think about it. I mean, come on, guys. I
don't want to keep going because I know there's people who probably love this movie. I was going to
Sorry. No, it's for us. It's for us and them.
It is for us and them.
Our listeners are not generally the Hocus Pocus. This is for me. It's for me and for Sarah Jessica's Parker.
So how far do we go with this Allison thing?
We've done it.
Like, we do this.
We've
but
already
Allison,
gone. So she came out in a outfit.
Anyway,
inappropriate. She was in the closet.
No.
He's like, "Hi."
So
that wasn't.
So Thora Birch comes out. She's given her. She's a. I like her in this movie. I like Danny in this movie. She's a fun kid to have in the movie.
She's a very good actor.
Yeah, plucky.
So I guess
If
we're moving this forward, what happens is that Max has to take her trick-or-treating. He's like, no way. And she screams. So then he's got to take her. Mom and Dad are going to a party at the town hall. There's a Halloween party that apparently the Salem, Cult of Salem, every single parent will go to the enormous town hall for the Halloween party because there's only one. It's not like there's several Halloween parties. It's just the one, Art.
So you're just blowing back. You're just going to blow
by
by the fact that Max is a drummer.
Yeah, I'm glossing over that because I don't care. And you want to talk about it.
I just have to say that.
There's no reason. There's no reason that he's picked drumming. I don't care.
Sorry.
We've already, by not spending time on it, we've once again spent time on the fact that there's no reason to show him drumming. They're like, do you drum, kid? Yeah, I play drums. Well, let's include it. Am I going to use it later to fight witches? No. No, I just want to see you in the drums, kid.
And we get our line, right? It'll be like old times. The old times are dead.
Oh, yeah. He's like a grumpy old man. He comes down the stairs and the parents are like, what are you, a rap singer? Because he's not wearing an outfit.
No.
Too
cool. Yeah.
But we see him trick-or-treating. Cool. Are they trick-or-treating in Salem? Is correct.
Right. I didn't think so.
No.
I didn't think, that looked like Salem. A Hollywood lot to me.
And fun fact about Salem is, I don't know if you know that, there's no extra cops on duty in Salem, Massachusetts, especially this time when there's thousands and thousands of visitors. So what you can do is you can just grab a bunch of random bully kids and you can smash jack-o'-lanterns and you can steal candy from anyone you want. There's no cops around.
Yeah. I'm surprised you mentioned. I did like some of the yard decorations that they had here. That they had. They had a stuffed sweatshirt, pumpkin head guy with an umbrella.
That's one of the things.
It just looked like something that was like sort of not. There wasn't a ton of effort put into it, but it was. Yeah, it was. It looked like something you might see at somebody's house, right?
Yeah. Sometimes you get that, or sometimes you get the Home Depot dragon, which I bought. I
know. I was going to say, hey.
It's coming late, but I bought it. It was on sale, so shut up. Leave me alone. It looks like it's breathing
these
fire.
these jerks with little kids, these bullies.
Yeah, and it's our
They look like they're 20. They look like they're 22.
Yeah, but lo and behold, there's our duo is there.
Yeah. Jay and Ice.
Yeah, and they're like, hey, you got to pay the toll. And she's like, I don't have to do nothing. I got my big brother with me. See, he's going to kick your butts. And then, it's Hollywood. So he ends up, there's this argument here that I'm trying to gloss over, Art. I'm trying so hard to move past this scene. But he ends up giving them his bag of candy. And, his sister's very disappointed, but he's pissed.
Do you like what the sister says to him?
Which part?
He says, she says, you should have punched him.
Yeah.
And he was like, they would have killed me. And she goes, at least you would have died like a man.
There you go. Yep. Yeah, but this is where it gets into a little bit of drama. You're like, oh, there's drama in here because he says, like, collect your candy and get out of my life. I mean, I'm like, oh, jeez.
Well, it reminded me of Karate Kid. I don't know the rules here, Mom. I don't know the rules. You know that big scene there where he's crying, but then Danny's crying.
Yeah, on
Danny
the pumpkin.
gets upset.
Yeah,
on the
he
hay bales.
Apologizes.
Yeah,
so they make it up and they do tickle something.
So Eric, can you imagine me watching this movie the first time thinking?
What were you thinking, Art? Like, I'm going to call Eric right now.
At this point, I'm trying to hold on to something. I'm trying to catch something here to bring me through the movie. I'm like, so what are we doing? Where are the witches? They were here. Witches? They're not here.
Where's this? Wait, there are witches.
There are witches. This is Halloween. Like, this is a family drama now.
Yeah. Is this on the Hallmark Channel right now?
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, okay, what's going to happen? So I'm like, okay. And they stand up and they realize, here's your game, Eric.
What?
Where are we?
Yes. They're standing in front of a big white house. Is this Salem? Yeah. Ding. Yes. It's the Ropes Mansion on Essex Street. Still exists today.
Yes,
Thousands
it's
of
there.
visitors.
They just
It's a
stand up
real
and they go
house.
sat. So here's my thought. I'm like, ooh, this is what I was waiting for in the movie. They're going to knock on that door and the Sanderson sisters are living in that house. Yes, that's what I thought. Because I'm at this point in the movie, I'm feeling like I need them back in the movie or something. And, I was like, okay, they're going to knock on the door and the Sanderson sisters are going to answer the door.
Yeah, except they're dressed in modern clothes.
Yeah, or something.
We've been expecting you,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I that's what. So I'm wanting that.
No.
But no. But they notice Eric. They're like, "Ooh, it's a rich house. This
Yeah.
is, look at this house.
Oh, I bet they
Oh
give
my
out good
god!
candy.
It sounds like something kids from the 1850s would say. Looking at that house. Oh, look at that.
Ooh.
Look at that house.
It actually looks a lot grander in person.
It does.
It does. It's got a
Yeah.
huge backyard, gardens, and
Yeah,
everything. Yeah,
It's a
you're
nice house. It's a
you're
beautiful
well,
house. Yeah,
and it's
but
not a lived in house. It's not lived in by people.
No, it's a museum sort of.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
But yeah, they just walk in.
Well, yeah. That's what
They
you do here in Salem. You walk
Trick or
in the-
treat. Is that how you trick or treat in
Oh, yeah.
Salem?
We actually
you know-
have the kids walk. We do. They have to walk into the foyer, and then we give them the candy because there's good candy. It is. They got to walk past the skeleton.
Oh, you don't do the
dragon.
take one, do you? You don't trust kids to do that, right?
Oh my God!
Take one on the
Whenever-
porch.
If you're out there and you're putting the thing out that says just take one, sorry, buddy. I'm going to be that one that takes 7. You take one. That's asking for trouble.
They walk in and it interior, Eric. I'm not. I don't know.
The one I'm unsure because if memory serves me, this could have been the interior of a house that I went to. It's on Federal Street. And they do functions and stuff like that. And I'm trying to remember, is this it? Because it really looks like it is, but I can't give you a valid, this is the interior of a Salem house. But it's not the rope
looks
mansion
pretty
interior.
good. It doesn't look like a set. It looks like they're filming somewhere.
Well, I
I
was curious.
if
It's
you-
not the Ropes Mansion interior. I think it's a house on Federal Street.
But it's very grand. It looks
Yeah.
great, the inside of this house. But it's a costume party, but a themed costume. Is it themed?
It's themed, yeah.
It's themed.
It's not right. It makes me. This is the most uncomfortable scene in the entire movie for me, Art.
Well, speaking of how, think about it. Allison later is in the movie Eyes Wide Shut, and I'm thinking this looks like a prelude to an Eyes Wide.
If Stanley Kubrick all of a sudden took over and started directing, it would be right here. You would walk in and everybody would slowly turn and look at you and put their masks on their face that they're holding on sticks with their white wigs and stuff.
Powdered wigs and
Yeah,
I mean these people went all out. I mean these are rental costumes. These are great costumes here.
And,
these are from the Disney lot. These are from.
I will say, Salem the podcast, Sarah, one of the podcasters.
Mm-hmm.
I bet she really likes this scene because she's got a thing for the white wigs.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
Sarah,
Well,
if you're
this
listening, you probably put this one on pause and just go, ooh, ooh. But it is a little.
Yeah.
I would like to see the one guy that didn't dress up, like really blew it when he went to this party.
Or he's just dressed differently.
Yeah,
he's
like
dressed,
the cat in the hat.
Yeah. He's got
a banana.
the T-Rex costume. He's got the T-Rex.
inflatable T-Rex. Oh, John, what are you doing? I don't know. You said, colonial. I thought you said colossal. I don't know. But Allison, what is her outfit? Like $1,000? Jeez, it's
Allison comes out the top of the stairs. There she is, Allison, dressed like colonial days or something. It's a great costume that she has, and
she's not allowed to wear a white wig. Apparently,
no,
because she looks stupid. That's why. Is she the only teenager there?
Yes.
So they said before, they're like, oh, what are we going to get? We're probably going to get cider and bobbing for apples. And lo and behold, she offers them cider.
Mm-hmm.
But Art, there's nothing in the cups. Honestly, I can't take it. Like, don't clink and fake drink, you jerks.
And Danny likes her costume, but Danny says, I like your costume. She's like, but I couldn't wear it.
Why not? Why couldn't little Danny wear that costume? Because of the height? Because she's not tall enough, right? Is that it?
Yeah.
Because it's dangerous walking down the stairs? I don't understand. Why?
Well, it has some. It's low cut.
Oh, is it?
And has a
Oh, it's colonial. They're all low cut. They're all a little square. What are you talking about? It's normal.
But she's pretty. What's funny is we're dancing around it more than Danny is. That's the funny thing for me here.
Comes right out. I can't wear that because I don't have yabos, right?
Yeah, yabos. Yeah.
But then she goes further and says Max loves yabos. He's like
your yabos.
Specifically, Allison, your yabos. And I almost I wanted to see this go on for 5 minutes. And you know what, honey? I can see why. Man, when I turn 17, I can't wait to show my yabos.
Danny is suddenly Samantha from Sex and the City.
Yes.
Honey, you've got to give me your doctor's number. Because my brother is like, honka, honka, ooh.
My brother just grabbed a pillow and was about to, but I stepped in. And you know what? She likes it. Allison's like, oh. She doesn't go, what? She's like, oh, my God.
Very nice. In real life, Max would want to kill his sister. I'm sure. Like he would.
Yeah.
He would probably be like, I might go to jail, but
I can't believe that she's like, oh, I've seen him before flipping through magazines. But Allison says, I'm really into witches.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, why ain't you dressed as a witch then? Is it because your parents forced you to wear colonial?
And there's theories about this that I saw afterwards because I was curious.
Theories? Hocus Pocus theories, everyone. What are you talking about? Hocus Pocus.
You'll never believe this about Hocus Pocus.
100 years, you'll never know.
There are theories people have that she is a witch. Because
can you shut
she
up.
Is a witch.
What are you talking that Allison's a witch?
Believe it. But I was curious, and the reason I bring it up is we go on, Eric. I thought, this is independent of reading anything, while I was watching the movie, why isn't she? Why isn't Allison a little witchy?
Yes.
Right?
No, okay.
Missed opportunity, right?
Well, there's a
missed opportunity to me. Yeah. I'm just being honest.
And she's wearing white a lot, Art.
Yeah.
Oh, she's a what? Oh.
But why? I just thought missed opportunity.
Yeah, you know what? It fell off the yellow pages when they changed the script. The pages that were yellow, they got rid of them. Like, what happened? I thought she was a witch. No, we cut that. But it's still, no, we cut it.
She's really into witches. And her mom ran the Sanderson House Museum.
Okay. We've got, I think, 3 houses here from the 1600s. The rest torn down. And the witch house is the closest thing we have.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wow, if we had, you kept a house that was lived in by 3 devil-worshipping women, and you kept all their stuff in there. And then you opened it up for me. Like the Puritans preserved from 1693 all of the witches' stuff. They're like, nobody touch it.
Well, and let's talk a little bit about the economics of this town, Eric. You live in Salem. You are intimately involved with how all this works. She goes, but they shut it down. They shut it down.
Well, because, spooky things were happening there, Art, that we'll never know about, ever.
Yeah, right.
Spooky things were happening.
Yeah, so at the Sanderson house. So,
this is the Salem where only the Salem residents celebrate Halloween. There's no tourists in this movie.
Yeah.
None. These are only Salem residents. That's why they shut it down. There's no money in tourism.
Remind me, whose idea is it? Let's go check out the Sanderson house. Max.
Because he wants to hug that pillow, Art. This is where
he wants to hug.
Look my face. This is where Orsina loves it. She's like, when you guys laugh so hard that there's actually dead silence. We were just like trying to catch
okay.
So it's his idea. It's his idea.
It's Max's idea to go to the Sanderson house. So,
but she goes. She gets changed first into her white.
Outfit. She can't be traipsing around in that outfit.
So she's got just a tight-ish sweater.
Oh, what?
Tight-ish sweater.
Yeah. It's
It
hard.
means-
This is the weird stuff too. We run into this, you and I, with horror movies we've done before, where it's like she's supposed to be in high school. We're calling out her yabos, and then they're putting her in a tight sweater, and I'm watching it as a 50-something-year-old man, going like, "What am I supposed to? What's happening
This is
here?
Disney?
Like, what's
It's a Disney.
yeah?"
Because Disney now, Art, there's no
And like
Disney movies now. It could be any. There's
like
anything.
I just so it's weird. So already, okay, at this point, Eric, I want to check in with you again. I'm like, okay, we're going to the Sanderson house.
Finally.
The museum. We're going to the Sanderson house. So I'm like, all right, we're finally going to get some Sanderson action here. That's what I'm thinking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. We gotta, but they have to make a deal. It's the Danny's like, I'll only do this if next year you dress as Peter Pan with tights and I'm Wendy. And he's like, okay, deal.
Because Danny's strange. Danny doesn't want to go to the Sanderson house. For a tough little kid, she's suddenly super
wants to go-
scared of the Sanderson house.
She probably wants candy.
Yeah, that's true. But she said the kids at school say don't go there. That's
Yeah. Well, she's also younger, so maybe she's scared of that. But they do start walking towards there on a street in Salem. No. And she's doing the tour guide thing because her mom, Allison's mom, ran the museum. She's like, they say, okay, it's a Disney movie.
I know what you're going to say.
I would love it if she said it with a different attitude. They say the bones of 100 children buried in the walls. But she says it like this is
So
where they used to have a
casually. She
popcorn
said it's
stand.
so casually.
Where are these 100 kids coming from?
100 children are buried in the wall. Yeah. Yeah.
But when they get to the Sanderson house, how do they get in? Does she still have a key?
Well, her mom ran it, but how long ago was it abandoned? Because
a while.
Are you sure it wasn't her great grandmother that abandoned it? Because the cobwebs and the dust on this place,
I'm a business owner, Art. I have a gift shop. So the mom ran it, and then the city closed it. Right? But you're walking in there, everything is still in there. They have like
postcards on the counter, like all the
It's still, what did they do? Like, no, nobody can touch this stuff. It's cursed. They close the door. What? It's all still in there.
And Eric, can we talk about a lot of real estate for the lighters? Like the lighters were an item, because that's
everybody's
like,
smoking in the 90s, aren't they?
They have a big display.
Cute, and Max, he goes right for a lighter, and you can just go in here. All the lights, you could turn on the lights. I just thought this would be an awesome museum gift shop. This is where 3 supposed witches lived, and they have museum items in there. There's a glass case with the spell book, right?
And it's not a replica. It is the spell book from the Sanderson sisters.
Replica because it's encased in glass, like you would if it's a ledger. But Allison again throws it away. She's like, "Oh, this is the spell book. They say it's encased in human skin." I'm like, "What is wrong with you?" Does that mean that the eyeball is actually a real eye? It's closed.
It seems like something you have to make an appointment at the Peabody Essex to go into to see, right?
And it's just there. And then what's even more bizarre is there's this ornate candle, and they're like, "Oh, what's that?" "Oh, that's the black flame candle." Yeah.
Famous. Black. It does remind me of Eric, there's this movie I saw. It's based on a true story called, I think it was called American Animals, but it was about a true heist where some young guy was going to college. He went to some college, like in the Midwest or something. And he realized that at this college, like in the library, they had like Audubon, like original Audubon paintings and books, just kind of there, not to check out, but like just simply behind like glass. And so he looked them up and he's like, these are worth so much money. So he and his friends stole them. They heisted these things. Yeah, this is a true story. Yeah. But that I just brought it up. It's a good movie if anybody wants to check it out, because I know it's a movie podcast. But also just the idea of like, sometimes it's weird though.
Well, here's my thought, Art, is they because we're all in a cult of Salem here, the Halloween cult, is that we consider the Sanderson house as a sacred place. And no matter what kind of person you are, you would never set foot in there and, steal the flesh book or even a lighter if you need a smoke. But the famous candle, what it does is, according to what they're reading, it will raise the spirits of the dead. Guess what? When it's lit, but it has to be lit to specific things. Halloween night. What's so funny? And someone with yabos. No, someone who's a virgin. It's got to be lit by a virgin.
Yeah.
Why would the Sanderson sisters say a virgin? Why wouldn't they say any dumb kid who lights this candle will
But the
come
Sanderson, wasn't that in the book, though? It was some sort of spell in the book. I don't know if the Sanderson sisters had control.
But I do
want to point out, Eric, that the black flame candle is made from the fat of a hanged man.
It's made, yes. Rated R, right?
So not only
they flash back
did
to
they
this
hang
guy.
him, not only did they hang him, they got to drag him a little bit after he's dead, going, he was fat.
He was
made from the fat of a hanged.
This guy, oh my God, you carry him. I'm not going to. If we trim some of this off, it'd be easier to carry.
Yeah.
Oh,
it wasn't enough the guy was hanged. I sold stuff for Boy Scouts. You have to sell these things, go door to door, and it's like a giant sugar daddy, things like that. And one of them was these religious candles, with the Jesus on it or something. And this candle looks kind of like it's one of those that you'd find like in an Italian home where they're like, hey, right.
I'm going to light this candle every Halloween for the Virgin Mary. But so you see the candle, all of this priceless stuff, but
it's just out.
Yeah. It's all stopped because we have a cat attack.
Yes. Well, Max jokes about lighting the candle and a black cat jumps out, takes him down.
Yep.
Yeah.
And did we see this cat before? Like 10 hours ago? No, earlier?
It seems like it.
Seems like this cat's familiar.
Yeah,
but you know what?
Cat is familiar.
Dumb kid. He says, "What do we call this? The title card. What do we call it?"
Oh God.
He's like, "It's just a bunch of hocus pocus," and he lights the candle, and it indeed is a black flame,
not CGI'd at all, not computer generated black flame at all.
You can find black flame candles anywhere in Salem right now. I light them; they're black.
And now we're on the Disney ride. We're on the Hocus Pocus ride.
Yeah, which would be cool if they had one.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's the floorboards start to erupt in this green light underneath the floorboards, right? And they're shaking.
Yeah, and there's wind. Everybody's here is like Ghostbusters style. Whoa! Like that.
And they realize in the moment they have to say a virgin lit the candle.
Yep. Because
so
otherwise
Max
it wouldn't happen.
Max gave it away, man. He gave it.
Yeah. Max didn't go as far as we thought with the pillow.
God. Oy.
Guess California is not as progressive.
And then
okay,
we're the Sanderson sisters come in. They're coming through the door.
Finally.
Door swings open. Yep. Yeah, here they are.
Yep.
They're home.
Yes, I remember early on when Sarah Sanderson was playing with a rat tail and it was very important to her. Do you remember that early on in the movie? Oh, no, because there was nothing about that. She reaches up her hand off camera and she goes, "It's my old rat tail, just where I left it." I'm like, what? What?
Well, let's stop here to just say that from what I've read about this, because I was so fascinated after I saw this, is there's a lot of improv and them just coming up with stuff, right?
Yep.
These three actors here in the spot and reaching. And I'm going to throw out there, Eric, the reason there's so much of that is because it's nothing in the script for them. There's nothing distinguishing in the actual script for them to do.
There really isn't.
Right.
Their dialogue was probably very short.
Yeah.
So they had to do something.
That's that's the feel I'm getting here at this point.
Yeah. But when he finds the book, right, which is encased, and she's like, "Oh, to wake up the book." And she treats the book like it's her cat or her baby? What is
Yeah, it is like a member of the family to
Yeah.
her. It is she really loves the book. She has a connection with the book. And we should say earlier Allison said it was given to her by Satan himself.
Yes.
She didn't mention that. Yeah.
Right. And Satan was like, I'll make it not too scary. Even when the eye opens up, I guess if you're a young kid, you'd be like, oh, but this one, it almost looks like it's like Eeyore. Oh, I'm the book. And then we get throwaway third witch Mary. It's like, I smell children.
Yep.
Children. Because
They're sniffing
hiding.
around and Danny's hiding. They're all hiding around
hiding.
the room.
Yeah.
And Danny, they get really close and Danny just pops up and says, I'll try this. I'm just going to say hi.
Yeah.
And she's doing it in sort of an accent, an affectation as if she's from their time period.
Yeah, like she's a witch because she's dressed as a witch. This is another probably scene that was extended that they cut so short. You're like, wait, is she pretending to be a witch? And they ask her what the year is. And she's like, 1993. Oh, time flies when you're dead. And then she's laughing with them. She does a great job, but it's just, then she realizes, oh, shoot.
Yeah, she's in trouble because they're now pinching her. Because, like you said, it suddenly gets a little scary. Even though they're goofy, they're closing in on her. And you're like, oh, they want to suck the life out of her like they did that Emily earlier.
Well, it sounds like they almost want to saute her the way they're talking.
Yeah, they're like pinching her. And she's like going, Like she actually is getting a little scared.
Yeah. They go, stay for supper. She goes, I'm not hungry. But we are. And then the other kids finally come out of hiding. Jeez.
Finally, you mentioned that earlier.
Why would they wait so long? They're like, oh, she's got this. Danny's got this. She's 6, 7 years old. She's nailing it. They're going to believe her and leave, right?
Yeah, Max comes out.
Yeah. Sarah.
Well,
she's got that weird, like,
Sarah,
teacher.
She looks like she wants to eat him up.
Yeah. Let me play with him.
Oh, my God. The look she's giving him is like.
But does such a good job.
She does a great job, but you're like, okay, so.
But you don't know whether she really wants to like play with him or like, let me play with him. She grabs a knife. Yeah. But Winifred, once again, this is like a superhero movie art for me where they have these powers, like Superman, for example, doesn't really have to do much. I mean, really, Superman could just use his eyes for anything. Just stopping people. But
cooking the Thanksgiving turkey.
Yeah, anything. He's like, oh, you know what? I messed it up. He goes back in time. No big deal. But Winifred all of a sudden has these powers again, and she zaps Max. And this is where she says, you there. And it's funny, not awful, but rated R. He's flying across the room, broke his arm, just blood. And but no, this is like, you there on the wall. Up the ceiling. But it's fun effects. Like he's actually going up the wall there. That's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently all you need to do to fight witches art is physical humor, like the Three Stooges. That's all you need. You just need, anything, iron, a wrench, donk.
Because Allison comes in with a broom and decks Mary with the broom.
With a broom,
Yeah, with a broom.
Yeah.
And then Binks jumps in the mix here.
Yeah, and
Binks.
She's not done either. Allison hits Mary over the head with a frying pan.
Yes.
And doesn't split her head open.
Yeah.
And she says, spread out, you guys. Wise guy, why I oughta. And Danny's using her enormous bag of candy to wipe out the other two. Right? She's like,
and Max is out of the picture.
Yeah.
So it's it's odd.
But the kids can hold their own. Apparently, they can fight three.
They're trying.
witches.
Yeah, they're definitely And like I said, Binks helps out here.
And here's what I have to point out is that Sarah Sanderson never seems to be scared. She always seems to be enjoying the moment. Like if she's being hanged or attacked, or she's always like,
I have in my notes, she can't stop laughing. But there was a little bit in the midst of this where I felt it was Sarah Jessica Parker couldn't stop laughing in the takes.
Maybe. And they're like, just keep it. Just keep it.
Yeah. Because this is they're like you said, this is zany, weird. There's lots of Looney Tunes-ish type of things, and the witches are saying all these things, and it got a little muddled for me in here. I'm like, what am I supposed to be? Who? What? Where am I supposed to feel scared? What's the impending problem here? What's the, and now the cat's running around.
Yeah, the cat's here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Max
comes up with an idea.
Well, I guess there's a lot of acting in his family because Danny was just doing her witch shtick. And now Max is doing what is he a witch as well?
Wizard or something?
Standing
He
on
says,
the
you will suffer
rafters.
burning rain of death,
Yeah,
he says.
He's going to do that. He's going to tell them there's a burning rain of death.
And he's really he's lighting the sprinkler.
And this, I said the part that was the scariest for me was the house of pleasure, whatever that weird house was. But this is the most angry moment for me right here. Because he set off the sprinklers. And sprinklers in the movies are very different from sprinklers in real life. When you set off sprinklers in real life, the stuff that comes out of there is not just water. It is whatever the buildup is. It's disgusting. And he set off those sprinklers. And my first thought was, you just destroyed this entire place. They're going to tear it down. Water damage. It's done. I was so mad. I'm like, grab something and get out of there. But the whole thing's destroyed. I was so mad.
But they're scared. They believe him, so they run under shelter.
Yeah.
And they can't get out because they're scared. They think this is the burning rain of death.
This is your original movie where they're trying to cope with today's world and they don't know about sprinklers.
We're going to start to get some of that here.
And here's where I'll say that for the most part, they're speaking in an older style. So they're not savvy to any of this. But there's moments where I'm like, you guys, make up your mind. But we found out that the cat
can talk.
So, yeah.
So
they could have saved a lot of time.
Thackeray Binks has been around. He was turned into a cat 1693.
Yeah.
And he has been around for 300 years. And he can talk.
Yeah. He probably was at the school, the Bailey School, and he's listening in like, oh, meow, meow, trying to figure it out. Or he could talk the whole time and just...
No, that's what I mean. He can talk.
Yeah.
So
that's my problem.
Like, the whole time.
Father, it's me. I'm not a cat. What? No, really, Father, listen.
He could have...
They're chasing him, and they're like, you're the devil. He's like, no, listen. As he's running away, it's me. They changed me into a witch.
Yeah, but So I don't know.
Before this, he wasn't like, "Hey, kids, run!"
No,
nothing.
Right. But now he can talk. He's decided he's going to let them know he can talk.
Yeah.
So
they run away,
and he looks weird. The cat when he talks.
I mean,
they're doing a good job, but they're doing a good job. But it looks a little weird, and then he doesn't sound like Thackeray. He doesn't sound like the kid that we had. So I think they used a different voice, right?
Well,
for him.
The poor
the
kid
cat?
was playing Thackeray the boy.
Yeah.
They didn't like his voice. It was too contemporary. So they got this other actor to do the voice, and then they dubbed his human voice. So it is the same voice, but the guy is dubbed.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
It seemed to me like the voice of the cat, though, when the cat's talking.
Yeah, it's the same.
Sounds a little more affected than the voice of
because it's a voiceover art.
I know. Yeah.
He sounds like Cary Grant a little bit. What are you kids doing over here?
Imagine. Oh, that would be great.
Listen, you kids, we're in big trouble. Trouble. But the witches figure out it's regular water. And here's where I point out that Kathy Najimy has nothing to do in Hocus Pocus. They give her nothing except smell kids, and she uses improv, and her improv is so contemporary that it doesn't fit what the other two are doing. Because you got Winifred going, says, this and I, that, and Kathy and Jimmy's like, hey, you guys want to try this? No? Okay, maybe. Tasty, good for the skin. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, they're trying to do something here. They don't have The script isn't giving him anything.
Art-
It goes back to what I said at the beginning.
Yeah. And Art, here's where you get your movie back that you wanted at the beginning.
Yeah, careful what you wish for.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
I know.
they
It's a
look on
monkey's
the
paw,
ground.
Eric. It's my monkey's paw.
You
Like-
wanted it. And anybody from 300 years ago would be so terrified of this when they see it because they think the sidewalk, the hot top, is a black river. You know how you walk into the woods and you happen to see a black river that doesn't move and you're like, oh, better not.
They're like the rabbits in Watership Down with the Roodadoo, with the
Right.
rope.
But they know that it's a thing. But these witches are like, it's solid. They're jumping up and down on it. And then they do that funny walk again where they're like, because it's funny, Art. Because they're funny. They have to be funny. They eat children and, put thumbs in the soup, but they're funny. So there you go.
Eric, in one article I read, you'll never believe that in Hocus Pocus, it originally was supposed to be the witches were much more the main characters.
No.
I
would never believe it. Somehow, while we're halfway through here, but somehow let's point out that Hocus Pocus is a phenomenon. Like just being in Salem,
it is.
Just so we're having fun. We have fun with every movie we do, but this is whatever makes it what it is. It is somehow worked, and it is a phenomenon still. So
a sequel came out last year.
We don't talk.
But I'm just saying it's like
yes.
It has enough cultural cachet to
like
have a sequel.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
we were like, oh, this is going to happen. Oh, did it happen? Okay,
I'll tell you at the end my experience with the sequel.
So it's that funny walk, and the police and the fire department finally show up, and I'm like, oh, that's it. That's all we see of them. Some joking back and forth, like, who are they? And Sarah's like, boys, like witch hunters. And Sarah eats a spider.
Yeah.
She's like,
and it's
chawing on.
It's sort of like the rat tail you were saying, Eric. Like earlier, she wasn't eating spiders in the earlier scene that we saw. This is a new thing.
But that would probably her character was like something with animal parts or pieces. Like she would eat like a Renfield. That'd be fun because she's so beautiful, but she's like mowing on cockroaches. That would have been cool. Rated R.
That would have been even in a comedy.
They're like, put that down.
If they established that as this is part of her character that we can hold on to, then you can build off of that, and you can ground us in what this is, but it's a little looser.
That's funny. We're already kind of reviewing it, but yes, I think those are the pages. The pages that they just were like got rid of them.
You'll never believe what they got rid of.
You'll never believe that Sarah Sanderson ate bugs all the time.
But we should say that our young kids here, Allison, Max, and Danny escaped with Binks, and they did take the book. They took the book.
They smashed the thing and they took the book with them. And they go into a big graveyard.
Yeah, because it's hallowed ground and witches can't go onto hallowed ground.
Yes. Is it Salem?
No. I'm going to guess no.
It is not.
Yeah.
No. No. We have some cool cemeteries, but it's not that.
This is a little for me. This is the juxtaposition. So you have these sometimes great actual locations, like I said. And then when they pull up on this cemetery, I'm like, this looks like a set to me. And when the gates and everything.
Yeah, that's usual. Like, you can usually tell.
Yes.
Eric,
Sleepy Hollow, which you and I did. Like, come on.
Oh,
you can do a lot.
You can do better than that, people.
Yes. But they go into the cemetery. It's hallowed ground. Binks leads them in there.
Yeah, and the
idea is witches can't go there.
No, they can't. But there's a big hole in one of those tombs, so they all jump through there except for Max. No, wait. No, that's not true. They go to the graveyard. Like, this is me trying to zip along. They go to the graveyard, and Banks brings them to the grave of Billy Butcherson
because he says, "I want to show you what you're dealing with." to take you guys on a little detour.
Yeah, let's
Because I think
just,
you need to know what need to know what you're dealing with here.
how terrifying this really is. And if it was rated R, and if you really think about what he says, it's pretty terrifying.
I know.
Right? This is a pretty terrifying statement.
Yes.
I mean, I'll do it the rated R version. All right. Under the ground here, buried here, was the lover of Winifred Sanderson. And he had eyes for her sister Sarah. Yes. So she took a needle and sewed up his mouth and buried him alive.
So that's
Sewed up his mouth.
poisoned him, sewed up his mouth so that he couldn't speak his secrets even after he was dead.
Yeah.
What secrets, first of all? I was
Well, yeah. What other secrets?
curious.
Yeah, I added the buried him alive because I thought it sounded scarier, but
And what a great Puritan name, Eric. Bill Butcherson.
Billy Butcherson. Yep.
Billy Butcherson.
Yeah, not even William, but it sounds horrific. It sounds like you don't want to meet this guy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But we find out also that while that's happening, that Winifred tells her sisters that the magic, there's some tension here. What do you call that when you have to race to the finish? That magic only works tonight, and when the sun comes up, they're dust.
We have a ticking clock.
Yeah, so they have to get the recipe for the potion that they did before from the spell book. So they need the spell book. Art, dost thou comprehend?
You're so good explaining things.
And then my favorite, Sarah just goes, explained what?
Yes.
But that, dost thou comprehend?
Pause for laugh.
Yeah. Yeah. And we also find out there's so much to learn that not only is there a dead lover in the ground, but the cat has the curse of immortality.
We're going to talk about that later.
But here's what it's why the cat's been watching every Halloween. I watch the house to make sure no one comes in. I apparently do a shitty job of it because the first time anyone broke in, I didn't know what to do, really. I was having a cigarette outside.
Plus, I'm a cat.
Right, I'm a cat. I mean, cats can do some damage.
They can.
But I just thought, why wasn't the cat? Why didn't the cat go in there, take that black candle and just scratch the shit out of it?
Yeah.
Bury it and poop on it. He could have got rid of the candle, but he left it there because I think he secretly wanted the witches to come back so he could kick. He's like, I'm getting you now. He wanted.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
He's a liar. Well, they tried to burn the book, right?
Yeah.
Why not? Burn
Not
the
going to
book.
work. No, not going to work.
No, it doesn't burn.
No. Mm-hmm.
I love practical effects art. So this next scene, I love it. I think it's more magical and otherworldly than when they do like CGI or green screen stuff. I mean, there's some green screen here, but the witches show up on their broomsticks, and I'm just like, this is how a witch would fly on a broomstick. It's supernatural. This is when I'm on a broomstick in my dreams, this is what it's like. I fly just like this. Everybody knows about my dreams now. Shit.
Yeah, they're coming in, so they can fly over the cemetery, but they can't touch ground.
No.
They can't hit the ground, right? So,
and just to point out where I wasn't wrong before, which I was, they're wearing red, green, and purple, and Sarah's wearing purple. Everybody. It seems like Sarah's just super horny all the time because she sees Max and she's like, I'll be thy friend. Dun, 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 dun.
Yes.
She's like little virgin boy.
Yeah. And they each ride their brooms differently. I read about how they sort of came up with that behind the scenes, but it is. I think it is. They ride. But Eric, you pointed that out and I have my notes when she comes in and, hi, Billy, I'll be your friend. I'm like, there's a character. There's a witch that I could see. Do you trust her? It's a young boy, virginity, on the edge of his sexuality, everything. And the witches have this weapon, which is Sarah is sexy, right? But that moment doesn't seem like the character we've seen before. And I'm like, can she turn that on? And there's going to be another scene later with her. But you kind of see what I'm talking about? Yeah. She does love boys.
I think she should have
said, this was a little more sultry, like a little more seductive.
Yeah, she should have probably said, I'll be thy pillow.
Oh. Oh,
well, Winifred summons the book. She's like, book, which is a big thing, apparently. Book. Yeah. And the book starts to float, but the cat jumps on it to stop the book. And like you said, they can't land the cemetery. So What are they going to do?
Well,
How-
I guess she doesn't need the book to do this next bit, right?
No, apparently maybe she's got the spell in her pocket.
Got memorized, maybe? Because earlier it was they couldn't remember the potion. I guess there's something in the movie where they're trying to remember, but this one she must just remember.
Yeah, it's
because
like
she casts a spell.
Rhymes versus the recipes they can't remember, but other ones chants. They're like, sure, I got this.
Yeah, and she does a spell, and Billy, who's buried there, he starts to rise.
Yeah,
and comes out.
And what were you expecting, Art? What kind of visual were you looking to get? This corpse lover that comes out. First time watcher.
Like,
oh, here it comes.
I said, oh boy, it's going to be like little zombie-ish skeleton. I'm thinking with the aesthetics, I'm thinking, Eric, here, Disney, I'm thinking the things that come out at first from the graves in like the Michael Jackson Thriller video.
Yeah.
Like those types of things, right? That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Well, here's the producer's like, hey, let's do that Michael Jackson corpse. But you know what, though? We got to make it a little funny. So how about we put this outrageous, completely unbelievable for any time period wig? We'll make it look like he's in a Def Leppard or Rat video. He's going to sing a song like from the Flock of Seagulls. And
it's like jet black, the hair. Now, I will say, Eric, he comes up and the face makeup is pretty good.
It is.
His lips are sewn shut, like we've been told.
With fun fact, a number, I believe. I think it's 13.
13 stitches in the
10,
lips?
With 3 1.
Roman numerals.
I think it is. Yeah.
That would make sense. Yeah. That's cool.
His mouth
but that looks good. The face looks good. The hair's a little weird. I did want to ask you, it just looks like something. Did you ever do this costume yourself, Eric? Because it looks like a costume you would want to do.
Thanks, Art. No, because I couldn't
like
stand it. I couldn't stand the hair.
It's the hair. It's the hair.
He's got, it almost looks like 1800s, to be honest. But like he was at that party. He was the guy who shows up at the colonial party completely with the wrong attire. He's like, oh, I thought you meant zombie colonial. Yeah, but just the hair.
Yeah, it's wild. And it's got a little bit of a Johnny Depp, Tim Burton-ish vibe. It's got a Tim Burton-ish vibe to it. This
exactly. Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Billy's risen now, and we get a little quick. Sarah goes like, "Hi, Billy. Hi."
Oh yeah,
hi, Billy. Off to the side.
Yeah, they had a thing. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
yeah. And the kids run away, and a bunch of them jump into a broken tomb, like the ones, the big broken tombs. And Max hangs back, and he uses, tree branches are rubber.
Oh yeah,
like in a cartoon. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So he uses that and hits. Billy butchers him with it and takes his head off.
Right off. Well, he might have been decayed, so maybe that head popped off really.
Came right off. Mm-hmm. But he's still moving around.
They jump into the old Salem crypt. They go into, Binks leads them, all the people down into the crypt.
Salem crypt. In Salem? No, don't go looking underground. There's no underground tunnel.
And there are skeletons and coming from the ceiling in there. Yeah. Like it looks a little like an attraction
does it?
That a friend of mine has made in Salem, Massachusetts. It looks very similar to something I've seen.
Oh, like the Lost Museum?
It does look like that, Eric.
Fun fact is I couldn't do the floorboards. I was going to do that for the Poe room where the floorboards had green coming out from underneath it. But I still might do it. So, yeah, that's right. Maybe I got it from here. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's not a real place in Salem.
They've escaped into this crypt. And up above, Billy's got to get his head back on because Billy's head's off. And Winnie is berating him with all sorts of things like, you maggoty this and maggoty that. And
you maggot museum.
And what I did.
He's a maggot museum.
Maggoty museum.
Yeah.
And I will say I heard that Bette Midler during this would read up on period from like the 1700s curse words. And a lot of these are improvs that she throws in here and there.
Okay.
Not this one in particular,
Yeah, I was
but
going
I
to say,
think
Art, so
there are
just to
some
be
in there.
clear,
Yeah.
the Puritans, when they yelled at each other, was like, silence thy tongue, you maggot
No.
museum.
But I think she says here, I'll have your guts for garters. I think that's
That
what
is
she says.
That's from Peter Pan.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
But
and
yeah.
I believe it's also from, it's from Peter Pan. Silence, or I'll use your guts for garters. I said that all the time as a pirate. Yep.
And so our three Sanderson sisters are just going bananas because they don't know what to do because the kids are in the cemetery, they think, or they're not. They don't know where they are. And in the background, so Bette Midler's trying to figure out what to do, Winnie, and Kathy Najimy is doing something. And in the background, Sarah is hanging off the cemetery gates and swinging like a pendulum off of them.
Yeah. She's having fun in the back because there's nothing for them to do.
I know.
And here's where you
And
are
so
probably going, do we need this? Let's do a shtick with a calming circle. Is that necessary for us to move forward? That the three witches have to calm down?
I thought this would have some type of punchline. I trusted that this must be building to something.
This was building to Kathy's on set going, guys, I don't have anything to do. Can you throw me a bone? And they're like, all right, why don't you improv something here? And she's like, okay. No, I'll do a calming circle.
Well, Eric, you know that old improv thing. Start the premise and trust that something funny will come out of it. And sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't. So yes, this is weird. And we're going to be saved a little bit by a bus pulls up.
This is
a bus.
Great. This is great because, first of all, we all talk like this in Salem. We all talk like this bus driver.
Okay. I don't think I needed you to confirm that, Eric, that this guy is like, this guy is in a Scorsese movie or something. Like, he sounds like he's from the Bronx or something, right? He's a bus driver.
Yes.
This guy would be in 12 Angry Men. He's one of the jurors in 12 Angry Men.
But we're gonna have to share some dialogue here because when he opens up the doors of the bus, what does he say?
Bubble, I'm in trouble. Look at him. And what's great, what I do like is all three. It's not like he's just looking at Sarah. All three, he's kind of like ladies.
Yeah, he loves them all.
He does.
Oh, he does. There's no one else on the bus, so he's got the whole wherever everybody else is, I guess, going to the dance.
Well, the old town hall. There's a party, Eric. They gotta go.
What do you call this conveyance? And he goes, I call it, and then he spits out the window. I call it a bus. And then I have to take this one because she goes, I convey you to your most secret desires. Whatever you want, girls, your desires. I'm here for you. And she goes,
Eric,
we desire children. It's a Disney movie.
Yeah. And Eric,
yeah,
this is my monkey's paw, right? This is the movie that
you asked for it.
I manifested this movie.
They don't know what a bus is. Wouldn't that be funny? It's pretty funny, but she says we desire children, and Disney movie. Oh, I'm exaggerating. But, oh, hey, whoa. Could take me a couple of tries, but I don't think that'll be a problem. Huh? Whoa, hey, I mean, it may take me a couple of tries, Disney. Wow, good for you guys.
One more. I need an ice pack because you guys are giving me a fever.
You're giving me a fever.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we're just cutting. There's a meanwhile, we're cutting back and we're just seeing them going through the crypts. But nothing is happening. It's a great set, Eric. I will say it's a good set, but nothing happens down there.
No.
Nothing.
They're getting away.
It's not. We don't even get a little thing like, do you remember that movie we talked about, Big Trouble in Little China? We don't even get a what the hell was that? We don't get a something dropping, or we don't even get a jump scare. They're just walking through the crypts.
If these things existed in Salem, an abandoned house that was lived in by 3 supposed witches, or an easily accessible tomb, party central.
Jay and Ernie would be a rave.
Bottles and pee all over the place. But at Winter Island in Salem, they closed it up. Oh, but there's a place in Salem that they actually sealed up because I went in there. My kids went in there. They would slip in and it would look just almost like that. It was bunkers, ammunition bunkers. And then the city of Salem's like, nope. And they sealed it up.
Mhm.
This one, go right in there and pick a skeleton, any skeleton.
Yeah, but because they cut here, and I'm like, oh, I think they're just showing that they want to show that Billy's on their trail.
Yeah, he's chasing them.
And there's even a moment, Eric, this is where it's all so confused. Bing stops and he's like, I think it's this way. And I'm like, imagine if they were all like, wait, you don't know where you're going?
What the hell?
Brought us in here?
You've been hunting mice for 300 years. You don't freaking know where you're going?
Yeah, that's what he says. He's been hunting mice. The poor guy. I'm like, Thackeray is eating mice.
Well,
he's conscious. He has human consciousness. And he's got to eat.
You think he would have holed up with
mice.
a family over the years?
Yeah.
And be getting caviar and,
he
fancy
can talk.
feast.
Let's just remember, he can talk.
Yeah, and he's never said once to anybody, hey, guess what, guys? I can talk. I'm a kid. But they use a manhole. They get out with through a manhole cover.
But
under the streets of Salem, where all of those tunnels are.
They come up, and Binks is coming up out of the manhole cover. Danny's coming up out of the manhole cover, and a bus is coming. The bus that we were just on.
That's what happens when you let Sarah Sanderson sit on your lap and operate the bus. Woo! The bus driver's best Halloween ever. He's just like, yeah.
Guy's still getting residual checks.
Oh, yes.
You
were the bus driver?
I love it. I love he's still getting residual checks, that actor.
He's raking it in from that.
No, but he's getting them, and it's like, what was the day like? Oh, Sarah Jessica Parker sat on my lap, bounced around.
I spit out the window. It was great. Look at that, $1,000 this month.
Yeah, so Sarah's sitting on his lap. She's driving, and they run over Binks.
Squash him.
Squash.
Now, a rated R version, there'd be guts.
Oh,
right?
It'd be like,
I mean, pew, like intestines across a pew, like that. But this one, no, he's just flattened in the middle.
Mm-hmm. And they come up and they're like, oh, Binks is dead. But then Binks inflates.
Yep.
He inflates.
Because he can't die.
It's up.
It's like, it's all right, I can't die.
I want a story about Binks. Thackeray Binks has the most interesting journey of anybody in this movie, I think.
300 years, Art. They could have come up with any miniseries about this cat. Kind of like they did with Wednesday or Sabrina. Anything. But nobody did.
No.
And what I love
Thackeray Binks.
Sarah's, when once they run over the cat, she's like beeping the horn. Fam, fam. She's like hitting the button. But Mary smells children, so they stop the bus.
Mm-hmm. And they get out, but it's all trick-or-treaters. I can smell children, but I can't see them.
Right.
She says. Because they're all in costume.
Can I give you my route schedule?
Yeah.
There are a few more fun lines of the bus driver, and they get off the bus.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Salem, Art? Did they get dropped off in Salem?
No, this is yeah.
No.
They're trying to figure it out. They're what's going on, and then behind them. So we had the bus driver who you did a great imitation of.
Hey,
and we have a guy giving out candy at the house they're in front of, and this is actually a famous person. This is Gary Marshall,
famous director.
Director Gary Marshall.
Happy Days. Many things.
So we have our Bronx bus driver, and then we have Gary. If you guys have never heard Gary Marshall, Eric, do you have a little imitation maybe of Gary Marshall?
It's me, Satan. Come here, the Sanderson sisters. Yeah, what is that? Is that New Jersey? Hey, Sanderson sisters.
It's like a New York, and he's giving out candy to the kids, and so they're going, yeah.
And we're overlooking the mother hidden backstory. Okay, they mention their mother a few times. We're not pursuing it. Sanderson sisters like, mother.
Oh.
I'm like, who's their mom?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
But it's Satan. They think it's Satan.
They do.
And he is not
Satan,
dressed. He's got to be in his 60s, right? In this? At least?
Yeah.
He's wearing red flannel underwear like you'd buy at, a shop in New Hampshire. Super long gloves and a cape. And he's got his face red.
Yeah.
And he's inviting the adult women
Yeah.
into his house.
Yeah.
But what's funny, Art, is they think he's Satan. Isn't that funny? Because you got what you wanted.
Yeah.
That's the movie you wanted.
Well,
Satan
now
lives in a house.
Now we're going to cut to a scene that we're cutting to our young heroes, and they're on a street
in Salem.
Not Salem. This is not Salem.
Marblehead. Nope. None of
no. There is a Seven Gables poster on the wall, though. I noticed behind Max
liquor store.
in the scene. And yes, but they're gonna try. There's a cop on a motorcycle, and this cop, they're trying to tell him about everything that's going on.
Yeah, and he also from Salem because he's got an official Salem Police Department patch. It's an official one. That's what we have, everybody. It's a witch on a broomstick. But his dialogue, his accent is definitely Salem.
I thought that this guy was the bus driver in like another.
And another,
he was popping up in another role.
Yep.
And then he was. I was like, is this movie going to start adding somebody like that pops up throughout the movie in another role?
Yeah.
And he's listening, and we have more virgin jokes here. This is for us to get virgin jokes.
Oh my gosh, so many jokes. You want to tattoo it on my forehead, Art?
Yeah.
I mean,
virgin joke, because they're trying to tell him about the black candle was lit.
And he knows.
He knows about the black candle. Well, he must be a Salemite.
Right. He's part of the cult.
That's like kindergarten. You must learn that.
All
right?
the police officers like, first question, did anybody light the black candle? No. Okay. Good. How many virgins? All right, good.
One of the cops is like, hey, I just have a question. Should we be leaving the candle right out all the time? It just like, shouldn't we just put it somewhere so maybe somebody doesn't?
Quiet, rookie. We don't touch the candle. We leave the skin book where it is.
Oh my God.
Rookies.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
So, but it turns out, so the kids, he's like, hey kids, he's a cop, and it's like he's got no sense of humor, and
he's awful. He's like, get out of here.
Awful. He says, get out of here. So they can't get help from him. But then a woman comes out of the bar, and it turns out he's not a cop. It's Halloween, Erik, and that's his costume.
Yeah. Here in Salem, the police love it when you dress as an accurate police officer on a motorcycle. They love it. They're like, hey, high five. Now, this guy's going to prison.
And this is one of the things that I'm having trouble with this movie too, Erik, is we're getting into a lot of this now. Is that what is this scene progressing in the movie? What is it? I know it's not always about that, but there's a rule. This is basic things I think about in a movie where if the scene isn't sort of progressing things, it's okay if it's funny, right? You see what I mean? Like a scene doesn't have to progress the plot as long as I'm going to laugh or I'm going to, right?
But this scene's hilarious. The next one. All right, this is like a comedy sketch.
Right.
This is Saturday Night. I agree. I think this is whatever pages they ended up keeping. This was one of the earlier scripts where it's like Art Hennessy's vision of what he thought. And they're only giving you sad snippets, Art, of what you thought was going to happen. Would it be so funny?
Rather than Thackeray, I'm like doomed to immortality to have the worst bits from the script I wanted.
Oh.
Hocus Pocus. Or that I thought. But so, yes. So...
Satan invites him into his house because the cop, we're back to them. And he's like, hey, let me introduce you to the little woman, Kathy. He's got to have something. It's like, here's the little woman. Sounds tasty. What? And
they see somebody from behind a lamp.
Oh, it's a cameo.
What does she have in her hair?
Okay. These things I actually used, you're going to laugh at this or not.
Okay.
I actually used these things for my original Abamacho costume design.
Okay.
They are flexible foam curler things that you put in your hair, and you can tie up your hair and flex them like that. And that's what
Okay.
she's wearing in her hair, but not in the way that they're intended because they're not doing a damn thing.
That's what yeah.
But you can
They're
get them
just
at
sort of like-
CVS. You can go to CVS and they're curly things for
Basically, it looks like worms
Yeah.
are
Or-
stuck on her hair.
or snakes art.
Snakes, because they
it's
say
funny is if witches from the 1600s somehow knew
Yes.
that Medusa was a thing.
Yeah.
Because you know how
And-
Greek mythology made its
Yeah.
way into the Puritan lifestyle.
Yeah. And Satan married Medusa. That's
Medusa.
what they're-
Well,
But Medusa is a cameo, I guess.
It's-
Another cameo in this
that
movie.
no one would
It's-
know. If you're watching this and you don't know the 80s, I guess,
No.
you're not going to know who this is, but a very, very famous actor at the time. And also the
Director,
sister.
too.
Yeah.
A director.
Oh, yeah.
Like very
But
famous
the
director. Yeah.
sister of Satan in real life.
Yes. This is a brother and sister, Gary Marshall, and this is Penny Marshall.
Right. Or
Who people from our
Laverne.
generation know Laverne.
But
from
she's a
Laverne and Shirley.
director to a great director.
A great director. Yeah. She's had some really cool films.
Yep.
Yeah. And so, yeah. So they're playing off each other.
Do we have to? I mean, do we even?
It's
It's funny because Satan's got a crush on the girls, you know? Master, wouldst thou dance with me? And he takes off his cape to reveal he looks like now he's in a mining camp with that underwear.
he's a prospector or something.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the wife doesn't she's like, all right,
No.
guys are out of here.
Yeah, because they're just doing anything. Kathy and Jimmy, Mary is watching a commercial on TV, which I remember that commercial,
too.
actually. That
Me
commercial,
too.
I remember it. It's a baby running around a house, but she's like, and screaming. And
Everyone,
it's just all.
Everyone just, while you're listening, you see me trying to skip this scene and you can see Art being like, but what about the baby?
No, I know. So they get chased out of the house by Penny Marshall and the dog.
The dog, which is like a little Satan demon,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. And they go outside, and this whole scene with Satan, they're now back in front of the house before this scene happened
Yep.
with Satan.
Which we needed.
And now they suddenly realize that these are kids in costume.
Yeah, it wasn't Satan. Mm-mm. Yep.
And, what does she say? All Hallows Eve has become a night of frolic, and everything's run amok. And this is the famous line, right?
Yes.
That
Amok,
Sarah-
amok. Yep.
because we've seen that before. I think in the movie, this is one of
She repeats
Sarah's
words when
things.
she's like, yeah.
She repeats works that she likes.
Yeah.
They get
Dead
stuck
man's toe,
in her,
dead man's toe. And then
in her head. Yeah.
I forget what else, but yeah, amok, amok, amok is the big one. But what they realize is their brooms are gone, Art.
Yeah, because three little kids took them while they were with Satan,
And they were all dressed as the Sanderson sisters.
and I think they rode off.
They flew
on the broom.
off. These kids are living the dream right now. They found brooms.
And this is funny, Eric, because the rest of the movie, we're going to cut back to these kids who have a broom,
What
right?
an
We're going to go.
adventure.
We're going to see them.
We're going to see them flying.
We're going to see
around.
them with the broom.
Yep.
Like we're going to.
Yeah.
And by the end of the movie, like they'll figure in with their brooms.
They'll fly
by
across the sky.
Yeah. Right.
Right?
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where did these kids go? I want to follow these kids right now.
Right.
Yeah. But I love some of the lines like shove it, Satan, and take your Clark bars and get out of my house. You know, all that kind of stuff. But the brooms are gone. So what do they have to walk now? Why would they leave their brooms outside? And everyone can operate a broom. So if there's an enchanted broom, Art, you can just use it?
I can. I don't know about you, but that's, I thought living in Salem, that would be like first grade. They'd probably
That's
start
why,
you
Art,
guys
you don't
doing
leave
that.
your brooms out. You keep them in the broom closet. Well, we cut to the party. Remember that party that all the adults are supposed to go to? It's there, and it's in front of a place called Old Town Hall. Is it Salem?
Real? Is it real?
Ding!
Ah, good. I got it. I thought so.
Yep, it's actually a real place, and I know that I'm going to a Halloween party with my wife tonight, and now I'm thinking we can go a little later because you and I are just talking this thing, and I love it.
We're getting through it. We can go fast.
No, but I love it because there's so much fun to talk about. But
I've performed there too in a show in Christmas Carol, the Trolley Christmas Carol. Part of it was done at Old Town Hall.
I've been in Old Town Hall. Here's another fun fact: Vamp Fangs is a store, and then they have so many more things. They have a vampire salon. Anyway, it's a dance, and they just had one in September, and I was there. It was at Old Town Hall, and they did, as a surprise thing, they had the Sanderson sisters come on stage and sing "I Put a Spell on You," and so shout out to my girl who's hopefully listening all the way through. I'm so sorry, Sarah. Amok.
No,
but
they go and this is the dance. This is the dance.
But they got to relive that. These three people we got to see it as if it happened at Old Town Hall.
As if you were at the dance.
Which did the dance take place at Old Town Hall, Art? Upstairs?
The interior? I'm gonna guess no by your
no.
Yeah.
So that was the awesome thing is we actually a small group of people got to see it as if it was happening there. So very cool.
Yeah. So the dance here there's a lot of people like production value on this dance. There's a lot of people at this dance and a lot of costumes. Different types of costumes.
Yes. Yeah. Some of them I was thinking, why would you ever? You saw the night costume?
Yes, with the plume on the
full night with a giant helmet.
Giant helmet with like I said, with the plume coming out of the top and apparently people said that you can see a Tron person. I didn't catch it, but
when they're later on in the movie, I'll tell you where it is.
Okay.
But what you can see, there's some things, I don't know if you clocked anything, but I saw an opera singer, like the Viking female opera singer type of thing.
Yes.
The crocodile.
Yes.
Is
that from Disney? There are some things people said that are definitely from Disney costume, Disney costume closet.
Most likely.
Here. Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot. And so first thing Max runs into his dad, but he's not Dracula, Eric.
He's not Dracula. He's what?
He's Dadula.
Dadula? You said?
Dadula.
What is the difference, Art, between Dracula and Dadula?
I don't know, but Eric, if you were there in high school with a girl and your dad went, "Who is this charming young blood donor?"
and kisses her on the hand, I'd be like, "Dad, what? What?" And just for all of our people need to know, the difference between Dracula and Dadula is wearing PJs and a vampire.
Yeah.
He's wearing PJs. I'm like, what? Why didn't you just dress as Dracula? Nobody cares if you're a dad in this party. But Mom.
You're almost to Dracula. You're almost there.
Dadula?
And Danny runs into Mom, and Mom is, you and I, our age, we'd see it right away. We know this. This is Madonna.
Yes, but this is Disney's Madonna. Wait, no. This is Madonna in her Lady Gaga type of. She did it first.
Is this Blonde Ambition? What era is this? This is
I don't know, but it's
the big spiky bra, the big pointy spiral bra. Yeah. And the headset, I like the detail of having the headset like she's in concert.
Yep. And then Danny's like, "Mom, she's telling Mom everything." She's like, blah, 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 blah. And what I love is the mom who's so underused in this. It's like, "How much candy have you had, honey?" So they can't get obviously it's a story they can't believe, but who shows up at the dance without a ticket? Do you know? Don't need a ticket to get in? Again, Salem's changed.
So I guess they're are they smelling them, and that's how they track them down here?
They can only track them by the smell, yes.
By the smell of the children, right?
Yep, they're trying to smell them. So the witches show up, and the band that's playing they're singing witchcraft. Da, 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 da. They have some kicking outfits. They're like New Orleans style skeletons.
Yes,
really cool.
All out. It's good. Yeah, and then Sarah was making out with a guy in a mummy costume.
I think that's also one of my favorite bits. It reminded me of Idle Hands, where that other girl was just making out. It's like, hi, who are you? It's just making out with the mummy.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. And that guy is probably, him and the bus driver are going, gore. If he only had a line, if the mummy had one line.
I know. So Max takes the stage to tell everybody what's going on. We've seen this in movies before. He takes the stage and the parents are like, what is going on? What's he doing? And then he says they're here, the Sanderson sisters. They're there and the spotlight's got them. But the crowd is like, that's great. The Sanderson sisters. They think some people dressed them up as them. Yeah. And it's like, I guess that would. So.
And then, of course, thank you, Max, for that marvelous introduction.
She's playing it out. But Erik, not to get too in deep here about this town, about this Salem.
Just do it.
In the movie. So when the spotlight goes on them and then the Sanderson sisters, is that what this town, the image that they are, that we see them right now, is that what the town's historical common idea of what the Sanderson sisters were?
Yes.
Is that what they view the Sanderson sisters?
Yes. Puritans in the 1600s, you think they were just boring, but they were gaudy, man. They were in red and green and things like that. But I'm not sure they were showing like waists like Sarah, but these are witches, so maybe they came in with their own outfits. Right. But yeah, they nailed it.
But were like, oh, it's the Sandersons. Right. I'm like,
from all the paintings of them.
Yeah. It would be like if you were at the ball and they went, and Abigail Williams is here. Yeah. And a woman was like dressed like Miley Cyrus from Wrecking Ball.
Yes.
And everybody was like, oh, it's Abigail Williams.
That is a good point, Art. They instantly knew it was the Sanderson sisters. They must have had so many sittings, when Puritans had the time and money to get paintings done. We don't know what anybody hardly looked like. It's like, oh, here's Rebecca Nurse in her photo shoot.
But then we get, and this is what I want to talk to you about too. We segue into a musical number. This is, I Put a Spell on You, and Bette Midler sort of makes it her own. They add some lyrics to meld it in with the movie.
And I don't know what they are. I'm sorry, everybody. Appomatic people?
Yeah. But they go up on stage. This was, I guess, my Battle of the Bands part of the movie that I was thinking was in there, right? Because maybe I saw a trailer where he was singing this.
You got what you wanted.
I didn't get what I wanted.
Remember the bus? You got what you wanted.
Yeah, but I will say the movie does it made me instantly think this movie should be a musical. This movie should be a musical.
Technically,
it's going to be, by the way. Oh. I know we don't talk usually about it. Broadway, it's lining up there.
Well, there you go.
It's on its way.
It only took 25 years. We got it.
It only took 25 years, but it does make me think with these talents because people, Bette Midler, clearly Grammy-winning recording artist, and Sarah Jessica Parker's Broadway singer.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. And she's married to, she's married to Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, but she's a Broadway Annie, and she's,
and her husband also a singer, right?
Yes, right. But they they can sing but it's a little weird because suddenly, Sarah and Mary drop right into backup dancers on the microphones.
This is where they're like, oh, maybe this is another savvy moment where they wouldn't be so savvy. Yeah. And
we're starting to see things leak out like that. Like they go, dude, or something, things like that they're saying. Like they're,
when they wouldn't.
As the movie goes on, we're leaking things into
which
it that are a little modern.
Kathy's been doing it the whole time. Mary's been.
But it did make me think for a moment, Erik. I'm like, this could, and there's a moment that's going to come a little later where I'm like, okay, maybe a musical here, but Disney wasn't really going to be doing live action musicals right now. So, anyways,
once they finish the Spell on You song, then this is Winifred's power. So we got enchantment and lust is one of them. And then we got the sniffing out children. And now we got Winifred can cast these spells. Like she's a spellcaster. Although Sarah can do that as well. But she puts a spell on everyone, all the adults in there. So the entire city of Salem, by the way, of apparently...
because everybody's at the party.
So 400 adults, because Salem's only that big, I guess.
It reminds me of the first couple of Halloween movies where all the adults were at a party.
Yep. And the spell is that they're going to dance until they die. So she puts them all in a trance.
Oh, it's like they shoot horses, don't they?
They shoot horses, don't they?
Okay. All right. And the kids are all like, no, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them.
Yep.
And Billy's suddenly there.
Yeah.
Billy, our guy with his mouth sewn shut.
Yeah, he found him.
Yeah.
And a very awkward performance by this guy. They're like, we want you to make this as over the top as you can. He's just like, whole time. It's just, but they go into an alley. Is it Salem?
All right.
But it's behind a restaurant.
Sorry, I'm laughing. I'm sorry.
It's a restaurant. It's behind a restaurant. So the alley behind a restaurant. And two things that I'm concerned about. It seems like it's not as funny as but I don't try to wrap my head around it.
Yeah. Okay.
The restaurant has in the alley, that's where they keep the lobster tank.
Just a lobster tank just out in the alley behind the restaurant.
Outside in October.
Like where the trash barrels are and
an abandoned
there's an old stove.
What?
But
it looks like crates. It looks like 1800.
Yeah.
At the stove. Now, in Salem, currently, it's like 60 degrees, and that's not normal. But these lobsters would be dead.
But Max comes into this scene hot.
Yeah.
He is kicking the shit out of a garbage can.
He's mad.
He's really mad because the Sanderson sisters have got the upper hand in this situation. But then, this is one of these things I actually love in movies. For no reason, an employee of the restaurant comes out and he goes over to the lobster tank and he goes, do you have the dialogue, Eric, to what he says?
No, not verbatim.
He goes, all right, who's going in the jacuzzi? And he pulls a lobster out. He goes, Angelo. He's named the lobsters. And then he just goes back in the restaurant. We've never seen him since, and we will never see this guy again. And
you know why, Art? They had a bunch of friends from New York and New Jersey, and they're like, we got to give these guys some lines.
But it was...
Hey.
I actually didn't mind, because I just was like, who's going in the jacuzzi? And it was just this weird off, like, it just out of nowhere. And it doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't. But it's just funny, too, that the dialogue, the accents, just, again, in my notes, I'm like, are these people from New York? Hey, Angelo. We got Ramon. We got Angelo. We got Vinny over here. Which lobster are we going to pick? Just crazy.
And then there's a part of me that starts thinking, Eric, they're in the alley. This guy comes out. We got the bus driver earlier. We got the Sanderson sisters going into the devil's house. I'm like, you squint hard and you look at this movie from one angle and it could be after hours, like Martin Scorsese.
Yeah.
Halloween set after hours.
You don't know what. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Allison is like, and they're trying to hide from the sisters. And she accidentally hits the stove and it opens. And it's an oven. So.
Yeah.
You know what?
A light bulb goes off in her head.
Oh, yeah. Wait a second. Oven? Witches? Hansel?
And we don't know what she's thinking.
Hansel? But the sisters are on the prowl.
Oh, yeah.
And here's another one where I'm just like, it's not working, people, for me, is Kathy needs some dialogue, so let's give her something. She's like, I smell scrod. Like, and then she has to explain to them what scrod is, and she wouldn't know.
Pause for laughs.
Oh, my God. It's a thing. Yeah, breadcrumbs. Sometimes you have breadcrumbs.
And I don't mean to be hard on her. She is a talented performer. She is a very funny person.
No, they gave her nothing.
She is not.
They gave her nothing.
Yeah. So we're back at we're back at, is it John Bailey High School? We're back
Yes.
back there.
Yep.
Mhm.
And here's where I think I guess it's because she can smell them is how they led them there.
I feel like there's something missing, by the way, here. I feel like there's some sort of transition or something missing.
They came up with a plan to lure the witches to the school, the high school.
Mhm.
And here's a fun fact. So is it Salem? We already said yes, right?
Well, the exterior, you said.
Exterior,
is Salem, the high school.
So wait, Orsina. Yes. Come here. This is my wife, Orsina. I don't know if you met. Oh, look, she's got a little boo shirt on.
A little ghost sweater. Hi,
hey.
It's a goat Steve.
Hi.
All right, let's do a true or false. Ready? True or false? The stars, the three witches, the stars of Hocus Pocus, filmed some of their scenes in Salem. The three witches. True or false? False is correct. Ding, 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 ding. As we're seeing a scene, it's at the Salem Common. So they're looking at that high school.
Yep.
And you see them from behind and they're talking. Those are photo doubles.
They were never in Salem.
Never. Kathy.
So the three main stars never set
fun
foot
fact
there.
also, I work at the visitor center in Salem as a little side gig. And
talking to that mic there, Sina.
Okay. And so many people at the Salem Visitor Center ask about the Hocus Pocus filming locations that the staff there has actually created a little laminated page with pictures and addresses with the GPS coordinates so people can walk to, like the Ropes Mansion, which was Allison's house, and the school.
See? Facts.
And Old Town Hall, because people just want to go and see it and get their picture taken in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't dispel the myth that everything was filmed in Salem. So.
But you also don't give them directions to the Ocean Ave house.
Right.
Art and I did. We gave them the coordinates.
Yeah. Well,
no, we didn't.
As the branch of tourism in Salem, we didn't think it was a good look to be giving out, a private address. It is a residence, and the owners are elderly. They're the same owners who owned the house when the movie was made.
Mm-hmm.
The house hasn't changed hands, but people still find it, because you can find it easily.
And like I said, we're going to that Halloween party tonight. Orsina's going to dress up as an authentic police officer because that's legal.
Can I?
All right.
So
go.
Can I go off topic for just a second?
Well, we never do that.
Yeah, Erik and I never go off topic, Orsina. What do you?
Here. I just finished the Halloween 3 episode, and I just want to say
she's a fan of our podcast.
You guys are so bent on the ex-wife. What's her name? Linda. Like you paint her to be such a shrew, and you say nothing about what a freaking deadbeat dad.
We do. We talk drinking all the time. Come on.
Yeah, but nothing referencing that he probably was the reason why the marriage ended. Chasing anything with a skirt.
I felt like we did, but okay. Justice for Linda.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we know
justice for Linda.
Alternative reality here because Orsina's talking about Halloween 3 while we're talking about Hocus Pocus. So if Art cuts this from the podcast, it's your fault.
It's okay.
Justice for Linda, though. Okay.
Justice for Linda, everyone.
We hear it. Yes.
Justice for Linda. But she bought the masks that killed the kids. I'm just saying. That's Orsina. There you go.
Yay!
And all about Hocus Pocus. Wait.
I know. Hocus Pocus.
So that's
were
the
we
fun
talking?
fact.
Is
so
they're going photo doubles. So then we're in the high school, and Max is over the loudspeaker. He has the loudspeaker thing, and he's got his sunglasses on, and he's hamming it up.
He finds sunglasses, apparently. Yeah, he's doing this. Acting with this family. They know how to act. He's like, hey,
and it's not like we saw him earlier in the movie, and he was a DJ type of guy or
he
something.
Played the drums. Oh,
he did play the drums, but they're in the
cool.
You're gonna laugh, Erik, because on my notes I have, and the sisters are doing their walk down the hallway. Their in-step.
Apparently, this walk has a name.
It does.
Yes,
does it really?
Yes, if you have the subtitles on, it does.
What is it?
Winifred says, "Hag tracks."
Really?
He goes, "Hag tracks," and they go, Yeah, hag tracks.
Okay.
So apparently that's
All
the
right.
thing for witches. You got to do the hag track. And they don't want to be hags. Remember, they don't like to be called hags.
They're then in the art department, like the art room of the school. It's funny, we just had Ursina in here, and I know that she is an art teacher
She could have
at
talked
school.
about the size of the kiln that they might have.
Yeah. Well, they're obviously doing these sculptures. The witches our Sanderson sisters are passing by these sculptures, and then they enter a room.
It's a big room.
It's a big room with shelves.
Yes, but it also
has shelves on the wall.
It also has the exact same boombox that I had. It's the 2-speaker long boombox with a cassette tape, and they've been hearing noises, French and English, right? So that's in that room.
And they followed in there, and there's a boombox, and then our heroes close the door, and it's a kiln.
Oh,
it is it's an industrial It's an industrial kiln.
I thought it was an incinerator. I was based on the facts that it erupts in flames.
But Eric, when they went in, the boombox was on a shelf.
Yes. Well,
so
I mean, Orsina's right here. Orsina, we need you. Don't you go off topic. We're already 5 hours into a podcast. So when you have a kiln, closer.
Okay.
But the average size of a kiln is what, like 20 by 20 or
feet, inches? What are you talking about?
Yeah. How big is your average?
A kiln, you know,
a school kiln is probably 3. It's like a cylinder, and my kiln is like 3 feet across and probably 4 feet high.
Are there shelves in there to put stuff on?
Can you walk into it?
To the walk-in kiln?
No, but they do make those. But I would say that a typical school would not have a walk-in kiln.
Okay.
And then big manufacturing, like big ceramic studio, like producing a lot of stuff.
All right. Well, last question is, when you turn on the kiln.
I vaguely remember the scene.
This is one of those moments, Art, where you're gonna where listeners gonna hear like us not laughing.
I was saying I like when I'm listening to the podcast and there's dead silence for 10 seconds because you guys are like just laughing.
I know
breathlessly.
This is one of them though. When you press the button for on, does it instantly incinerate everything?
No, it takes a long time to heat up.
All right, well, we just want to get our facts straight. Thank you.
We figured we get a professional perspective.
Yeah,
because
so now we know that's exactly how kilns work in a high school.
Yeah, and so the Sanderson sisters in there, and they burn them. They incinerate the Sanderson sisters
alive.
Yes,
and what I think is morbid is they're staring at them. Their flesh must be ripping off, and all the kids are like, "Look at that, we did it." I mean,
yeah, and they're celebrating.
Yeah,
the kids leave the school, and they're like, "Yay!" Now, granted, the Sanderson sisters are doing some pretty gnarly stuff. But yeah,
well, because they're kid killers, and there's this green smoke flying out of the chimney.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it reminded me of Big Trouble in Little China when the guys would come in.
Reminds me a little bit of Return of the Living Dead, which we'll cover.
Yeah. Now, so they're going across a lawn here. Yep. I think it's supposed to be a clearing. I know this one because people could recognize this.
This Salem?
It is not. Is it Friends? The opening of the Friends television show? Ding, ding, yeah the fountain there.
Fountain doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But the fun fact is that the fence that's there, they recreated the McIntyre fence for that scene. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty cool.
And
but Binks,
they're all celebrating.
Yeah, he's like,
but Max got some words of wisdom for him. He's like, "Hey, Binks, you can't keep blaming yourself for your sister dying. That was so long ago.
Yeah, let's drop that baggage.
300 years.
Yeah,
come on.
It's not like you've been eating mice every day, tasting mice flesh every day. You're all right. Come, you're one of us now. Come live with us.
Yeah, come with us. Yeah. And but then Binks has words of wisdom for Max.
Don't
take
smoke.
Good care of Annie, Max.
Oh,
you'll never know how precious she is. ... until you lose her.
Till you lose.
I'm like, what are we doing here? What's on?
You think this is
So
the credits roll right here?
Well, Binks is going home with them now. Binks is like home. Oh my God, he's going on. So
yeah.
All I could picture when they started walking with Binks and all of them across is like going like, no one ever told you life was gonna be this way. Like
they all play in the fountain.
It's the friends. They're the friends, but with Binks is one of the friends.
Yes.
So it's like they're dancing in the fountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're dancing in the fountain and everything.
That would be awesome.
I would have made up lyrics, but I didn't have time.
But speaking of dancing art, what's happening is when they go home, the parents aren't home because you know what? They're still dancing themselves to death. And this is, I clocked it. It's our favorite thing. It's a trope. No, you haven't said trope in so long. This is where when they shows them dancing right behind the parents is Tron.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because they don't look like they're trapped in the dancing. They look like they're kind of enjoying themselves, but they look sweatier. Yeah. They're all like getting sweatier as they're going on.
Since like 9 p.m. and it's almost 3 a.m. right now is what I think. Like so it's at least midnight right now.
But also, Eric, so they're home right now. The Max and Allison and Danny and Binks are home.
Why are you laughing? I'm not going to.
Well, this is where we talked a little earlier. Thackeray Binks could be his own movie, but he goes, "You're going to turn me into one of those fat, contented house cats, aren't you?" And she's like, "Oh yes,
right."
And then he jumps up on Danny, and Danny's like petting him, and she's like, Danny says, Binks, I'm going to take care of you. And then me and my children are going to take care of you. Then their children are going to take. And all I wanted was for the camera to just keep pushing in on Binks' eyes as she kept going on and on and on. And him just going, and I can't kill myself.
Right. I'll never die. The music changes.
It's like the hell that he's trapped in.
Yeah.
It's like
already 300 years.
She's outlining it for him.
This is the Stanley Kubrick art. It's that you play it forever and ever and ever.
And then my children will play for
Come play with
their children. Yeah, but instead
he
gosh.
falls asleep and he's purring. So I guess you don't care. But you know who else?
Yeah.
And Max has finally got his Allison pillow. So
he really does. They're snuggled up, man. They are like,
yeah.
But
everybody falls asleep. And what happens is we're back at the school. And guess what? The smoke goes backwards.
Yeah.
And the witches break down the door, which they didn't do while they were screaming and on fire. But they were able to knock that door down.
Well, boom! Like, yeah. Well, that's her lightning power. She has all these powers.
I guess.
But she
Maybe
doesn't
they were
use
scared
them
before.
Yeah,
but they're still alive. A little frazzled, but they're still alive. And you know what would be funny is if Winnie said something about the book, but except in French because they've been hearing the French to English tape.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Je vais mon livre. Je vais mon livre. I want my book.
Yeah. So we're introduced again that time is running out for them.
Yep.
And she can't remember. She needs the book for the recipe.
Yep. And speaking of time, it is 3 in the clock in the morning. That's a way to say it. But remember the people that were bullies in the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Ice and Jay?
Yep.
Well, we see them again. They're eating that candy and they say things like, "Oh, we can go and watch girls undress in the windows." And Jay's like, "It's 3 a.m. They're already undressed." I mean, they're still TPing the city in its entirety. Yeah, and that's when the witches show up because Mary's smelling. Yeah, they're smelling the shoe. Remember he stole the shoes? Remember that joke a long time ago?
Yes, I remember.
So she thinks she's like, "Oh, the wrong shoe," or something like that. And Jay pisses him off. Mm-hmm. I think it's Jay. It says it. He's like, "How come it's the ugly chicks that stay out late?"
Yeah. Ooh, geez. Yeah.
And that's when they trap him, Art.
Yeah, and then they're hanging They're hanging them up in the house in these cages. I don't think that we saw earlier. Did we see those cages hanging earlier?
I didn't
They're
see
like,
them. Remember, this is a museum at one point, and there's two giant metallic bird cages for children hanging from the ceiling. And the people in the museum are like, we're going to keep those up. This is where the Sanderson sisters would torment children before they ate them. See the gift shop. We have little ones in the gift shop. You can.
And I think like Sarah is poking them in the cage and twirling it around. She's twirling the cages around and things.
And they're like, crying now.
Yeah,
but somehow it's funny though.
Yeah.
In the rated R version, she's poking at him with something else. Like, knife or But no, this is PG.
I was going to say, speaking of poking, we're back at the house with Allison and Max.
Oh, wait, what?
Well, no. What we should say is that Winnie is trying to call out to her book.
Yes.
She wants her book and she says, make yourself known to me, book.
Yeah, because she can't remember the freaking spell for the potion.
Mm-hmm.
Because really, there's two kids right there. They could make the potion, but she doesn't remember, so she needs that book. Mm-hmm. And our little snuggle bunnies. The book wakes up, so we get the eyeball again. And so does our young couple. It's so romantic.
Yeah.
But it's 5
and did they say it's 5 a.m.?
Yeah.
Still dark out.
Yeah.
Still dark, 5 a.m.
I looked it up in October. It's about 7:13, 7:15 when you would have dawn.
Okay. Yeah. So that works out.
There you go.
That's what I was thinking. And so she says, it's 5. I should go.
Yeah.
And he says, I wish you could stay.
Oh. And she doesn't. Wait.
No, well, she looks over and she goes, poor Binks. And I have my notes. Does Allison have a little thing for Daiquiri Binks?
Oh, maybe.
She said it in a way like
wonder what Binks looks like.
Movie's a love triangle suddenly between the cat and Allison and Max.
Humans, there anyway.
Yeah.
But they're trying to think.
And she wants to open the book.
To help the cat.
To help the cat. Maybe there's a way to help him. Maybe I can bring him back to human form.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. No, I'm
Maybe
saying
go to high school.
But this is where we talked earlier. I think Allison should have a little more witchy vibe to her. I think Allison should be a little
she's
more
looking
witchy.
in the spell book. She's talking about the
Yeah.
cat. Yeah.
I think they should have gone more in that direction there.
Yep.
But yeah, she opens it up and
a huge beacon.
and they think because they think the witches are dead, no harm.
Yeah. But they're like, "Ooh, that's cool!" And there's this huge orange light coming out of the book. They don't realize it's sending a freaking like
it is like a beacon to space or something out of the
like a lighthouse style beacon,
like straight up into the air. Yeah,
yeah. And so the witches see it. And they're like, "There it is."
Yeah, but they finally see it because Winnie thinks the end is here because dawn is going to be coming. So she's like, "Take me to the window." Take me to goodbye.
And they're like, no. Yeah, I mean, just so necessary.
But they need to fly, Eric. But they don't have their brooms.
Oh, shoot, those kids in the other movie are on.
Yeah, we should cut back, right, and show the kids with the brooms at this point.
Right, they're in like
it's just a little cut back.
Yeah, they're in California, landing there. They're getting more candy. Yeah,
no, we don't. Fun. No, they're done. Those kids. But they have to take what they got in the supply closet at the museum.
What do they have there?
Winnie gets a broom, an actual broom.
Sweeping, regular broom.
Yeah, regular broom, like a modern broom.
Mm-hmm.
And Sarah gets a mop. And it's hilarious. This is hilarious.
What's hilarious? What is
hilarious?
Come on, tell me.
Mary.
Yeah.
It's Eric.
Yeah. What is it?
It's a vacuum cleaner. Oh! It's a vacuum.
I'm going to laugh like Danny. Well, you know what's funny is the Bugs Bunny movie the Bugs Bunny short where Witch Hazel, he goes trick-or-treating and he meets a witch.
Mm-hmm.
She has Hansel and Gretel. And when they leave, Hansel goes, "Your mother rides a vacuum cleaner." Way before this. I loved it. But you know what they learn is when they're going downstairs, there's your white witch again. There's your Allison. They read in the book, only a circle of salt can protect you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but Binks makes him close the book. He's like, "You dummies," right?
But we see, because the witches now can head towards the house because they got that beacon. But we see at the house, here's your horror movie.
Yes.
All of a sudden it's shot, right, Eric? All of a sudden a completely different movie.
Yep.
A witch's hand with its long nail, slides and down and cuts the screen open.
Yep.
And I'm like, this is from another movie, like, right?
Yeah,
like
Halloween 3.
Or the movie that you were talking about earlier, the R-rated version
this
of
would
this
have been
is
so, like, if the witches had demon eyes, and I mean, I want them to redo this so bad.
Yeah, and but it comes down and splits the screen, so we know that the witches are right outside, but they got to go get Salt up in the cabinet.
You know, what does it say on Salt when you read it, Art? Do you know?
Well, she's playing around.
Oh, she's playing around.
Wards off zombies and witches and old boyfriends.
Oh, what about new boyfriends, Art?
Oh, they come in for the most awkward kiss.
Yeah.
I think it might. We should have an award for awkward kisses on Midnight Cinema because we've seen some. We've seen some, Eric. This was an awkward one. This was
doesn't happen. They don't get
no. It stops. Yeah, they interrupted. Yes,
there's a noise upstairs, right? But guess what? The book is gone. Where's Danny? You got to check the bed, right? Or
but this is good. I am okay with this because I'm thinking in between, like what you're saying, can it be scary? And that when they throw off the covers on the bed, it's Sarah on the bed. And she's like, what a clever white witch, right? And it's like a moment like you're like, it feels again like this is something different here.
And it's a nice little jump scare. Could have been, but this
right?
is, I agree. The white witch, and again, she's wearing white. She was wearing white.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sarah is scary there in a way. It's like, oh, she's in the bed, and then you could have this as like oh my God, the witches are in the house and they could be popping up. They could, they're kind of terrifying them. Yeah.
No, but we do get a blast them with the book, and then Sarah gets another joy. Boy down. But your white witch makes a salt circle. Allison.
Yeah.
She's like frantic salt circle, granted, but
but it does the trick.
Yep. And then we get one of my things that I'm always upset about is property damage. I can't take it, Art. I keep thinking insurance, property damage. What happened to this house? Is it totaled? Because the witches explode out of the top of the house.
Yes.
So the top.
And it's a big hole. We can see them in the sky.
Flying away.
And they're flying over the nighttime sky. And is it Salem?
I'm going to guess no.
Is it Salem?
Is it? No.
And Orsina may know this, but they're flying over Marblehead and Marblehead Neck.
Okay. That's,
Yeah. So I was like, wait a minute, that's the causeway. So, guys, that is not, Salem doesn't have an island with a causeway. I'm so sorry.
And then here again, Eric, we start to hear that song we heard at the beginning, a little bit snatches, and we get Sarah is on her broom riding it, and she starts to sing this song, lullaby to children. This song was written originally. The score for this movie was supposed to be James Horner, that composer, and this is his actual composition. But then he couldn't do the movie.
Well,
this stayed in the movie.
You mentioned the musical; they're going to expand on that.
Oh, of course, yeah. But I like but I like this moment in her flying and singing this tune, and I'm like, it does make you wonder about the possibilities here.
Art, that's her own moment alone.
Right. Right.
And the fact that she loved being up on that broom. So during long breaks, she'd stay up on the broom. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, because they were in a harness that was very comfortable to be up there, almost like a hammock type of thing. Yeah. And she would read the newspaper or read stuff and just hang out up there. She didn't want to get down. And what this song is doing is it's luring like the Pied Piper. We start to see all the children that are out trick-or-treating while the parents are it's 5 a.m. and they're all out there.
So here's what they did. They were all sleeping, the kids. They heard the song. They got up. They put their costume back on. They got the most nearest jack-o'-lantern and brought it. They're carrying jack-o'-lanterns. Like what? Where did they?
Yeah.
So either they were
because
out
the movie
all night.
set the movie set itself up with dawn as being the ticking clock, as you said earlier. So we had to now it set itself some problems. We had to sleep and jump forward and things.
But the kids
Didn't
are all
you
in
see what I
their
mean? But
costumes.
I know.
Maybe I went
It's
to
like
sleep in my costume when I was a kid. I don't remember, but they all did.
Right. They're trying to costume over some problems. We could say, Eric, in the timelines here.
And I will point out when they're looking out and they're like, look, and they see all the kids walking. Is it Salem?
Oh, I don't know this. Yeah.
Ding! Yes.
Oh,
we call it, what do we call it, Orsina? I think we call the beach like Goose Beach or something. A Swan Beach. We call it Swan Beach. And that's right there. It's right next to the house, actually. They actually did shoot that wall. We watch fireworks over there all the time. So, yes. Yep.
And Allison,
Allison the witch.
Max and Allison, they figure out, Allison suddenly goes, Winnie said the black flame candle only lasts till dawn. It's like one of those things in movies where they're like, let's throw this in to show that Allison, they figured out what the ticking time clock is or something.
They're only
here.
back for one night. And when the sun comes up, they're going to be dust. But
yes.
I take back my initial reaction, Art. Now I'm a firm believer that Allison is a witch.
Okay.
So there you go.
That is a theory that floats out there. People say that. And if you look into it, the costume designer for Allison said that she thought that, even though the script and movie wasn't. So if you notice, she did things with that costume, like that sweater that Allison is wearing. She wove the leather into, if you're noticing, there's leather strands in the costume and the locket that she's wearing. She wanted to be some sort of throwback to something. So, but Allison herself, the actor, said, like, I don't think that was in the movie. I think the costume designer had that idea.
Well, that's cool.
So yeah. So yes. So they're heading in a car. They can drive. I guess they have their licenses or something, or who cares? The parents are dancing the night away. So
yeah. And I think
so. We're back at the Sanderson house that with our witches here. They're boiling that. They got that cauldron going, Eric, again.
They're making that potion. They're making it.
They got it going. Yep. And they have Danny there.
Yep.
And they got Binks is in a bag. They have him in a sack, right?
A sack. It's not a bag. It's a sack. They're about to feed her the potion, right?
Yeah. And Danny's saying, it doesn't matter. You sold your soul. It doesn't matter how young you are. Yeah.
Yeah. They don't like that. Yeah.
No.
They don't like it. But Max comes in just before they feed her the potion. And I think this is where you get the one, I can't stand it. I don't think it's necessary, but he's like, you forgot about one thing. And that's where Winnie goes, and what is that, dude? I was like, when did she get her? Is she learning as she goes?
Did she learn it from Jay and Ernie? Maybe Jay and Ernie are like, hey, you know how you really get that guy's goat?
Yeah.
You
say, dude.
Like, call him dude, Hollywood. Call him Hollywood.
Hate it, man. Can you let us out?
Yeah.
But he says that they forgot daylight savings time, which is wrong because we don't have that right now. But they don't know. They don't even know what it is.
Also, how would that work? Just technically, let's think about it for a second. Fall back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring forward.
So would it be earlier, I guess?
Yeah.
Or
Fall
not?
back.
The sun. Yeah. So the sun would come up earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is coming, but we haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But the lights come on, like these looks like sunrise kind of lights, but instantly.
Yes.
And the witches react like they're burning, like, I'm dying. And at this point, that's where Max rescues Danny and Binks, but leaves the bullies and takes the shoes.
He does. Yeah.
Yeah. But not without kicking over the cauldron and not getting scalded.
Yeah. But so the candle's almost out. Like, so can you help me with what's happening here, Eric? So they do have enough to put in a vial, enough of the potion to put in a vial
Yeah. So Max knocks over the cauldron and there's just enough. They put it in a vial because, like, we can get one kid. And so long as they can do that, I guess, then they'll live.
So they don't need that huge cauldron, I guess.
They don't
of stuff.
need to make that much. Can you imagine how long it takes to boil that? Yeah.
And Mary, they're kind of like, well, we have tons of children. They're on their way here now.
Yeah.
They're walking towards the place. But Winnie, this is a decision. This is not a good decision.
No.
Because of her pride, she's like, it has to be Danny. I have to get that brat.
But
like
nope,
that
they could have just sucked up those 2 kids in the cages and been done with it. Nope.
Well, that was where remember earlier, I'm like, what is the deal? Would those kids work? I guess, are they virgins?
Because, if they're not.
Because you were brought up that.
Maybe, yeah.
Or is it virgin? Like, what's
I don't think one of them.
I don't know that we need to get into this. I don't need to get it. Like, does the pillow Allison count as, like, if your pillow.
Yeah. It doesn't count. Doesn't count. I'll give you the diagram. I have notes.
This is where we're back with American Pumpkin Pie again. But this is so.
They pick up the
so
pillowcase.
so she's. I know you don't like to drag that pillowcase on the ground.
Don't touch it.
So they're gonna go after Danny.
Yep.
And they take off, and I'm like, I think this is a missed opportunity too here, Eric. So Allison and Max and Danny are in the truck that they're driving down the road, and Winnie comes up on a broom, and she's coming up alongside the truck, and I'm like, we're gonna have a big witches chasing them, a car chase with the 3 witches on brooms, and this will be a set piece, right?
Hollow style, right?
Right. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, this will be a cool little set piece.
And that's what we get.
And boom, it's done in 2 seconds. It's 2 seconds. It's done. Like, now I know this was sort of at the beginning of the CGI. Jurassic Park is right.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't talk about that as far as this movie flopping. It was released in the summer. They released it in the summer.
I don't get that.
And the summer of, like, Jurassic Park. And The Fugitive. That's the summer cliffhanger. Yep. This is the summer we're talking about. But I know I'm going a little stray.
What I'm saying, one is one of those moments where I was like, ugh, because when she says, pull over, let me see your driver's permit. I was just like, why did they say she could say that? That was take 12, right. And everybody laughed on set, and then it was like very Freddy Krueger, great, you little meatball, It's just, I wasn't, but they make it to the cemetery.
But you agree, right? That the potential here was great. The potential was really good.
This is where they should spend more time on things like that instead of going to Satan's house. They could have done an awesome chase scene.
Yes, yeah. But that's what I thought when it started. That's what I thought I had coming.
Maybe 25 years later, they'll make an awesome sequel. Oh, shoot.
And correct these things?
Yeah, it would just be so good. Oh. But they make it to the cemetery, and then Billy shows up at the cemetery, and he grabs Max.
He's right inside the gates, and Winnie pulls up in the air right above there. Right. She thinks,
they can't land.
Billy's got him.
They can't land. Though.
What?
They
can't land. So they're up in the air, and she thinks Billy's got him. Yep. This is great.
And he does. He takes out a knife that he got from Max's pocket.
I guess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did he?
Yeah.
So Max is he's got a lighter now. He's got a knife. He's cool.
So Billy
girlfriend
is Billy in our R-rated version. You'd be thinking, is Billy going to stab Max, cut his throat?
Him.
Maybe.
Yeah.
His
throat.
But he doesn't.
No.
He takes the knife.
Yeah.
And this is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
What happens here, right?
Yep. He takes a knife and cuts the stitches off. And a rated R movie, I've seen someone do that. I got their mouth sewed up in a rated R movie, and it was horrifying.
Ugh.
And she had to pry her lips apart. This is just, he cuts them apart. Ding, 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 ding. So that's cool. And then you can probably explain this, but there's a great practical effect because he opens his mouth and moths come out. And you think, is that CG?
No. And if you look at it closely, it's definitely not CG.
Right.
These are moths come out of his mouth. And they literally created a little, you call it like a bag or something, a little tiny bag.
Cave. It's a little moth cave.
Cave that they put in his mouth so that, and it had a little tiny hole at the back so that the moths couldn't get down there, but that he could exhale air and blow the moths out when his mouth opened up. So this allowed them, Erik, to do this in one take. It allowed them to do the cut and open the mouth with no cuts, and the moths fly out.
I feel like it's unappreciated because no one, until I learned that, I was like, oh, moths came out. I didn't realize all the work that went into it. It's so cool. But now he doesn't have, his mouth isn't closed, so he can say what's on his mind. Yeah.
And there was a little change here in the script.
Oh.
But he does call her, she thinks he's on her side, and he says,
nope.
Wench is the first word he says out of there. And then he just starts letting loose a whole bunch of expletive type of things towards her.
Buck-toothed mophead.
Yes.
Flying.
Right.
Firefly from hell.
But originally scripted, the first word was the B word.
Ooh. Boobs?
And the actor playing Billy thought that he didn't want that. He thought, number one, it wasn't period, it didn't seem, and he just thought it was harsh. It was too harsh for the movie they were making.
He's like, what I really
and
want
they actually changed it.
Yeah. He wanted to originally change it to whore, but they wouldn't.
Imagine.
Oh my God, my wife just walked by. She's dressed as an elven princess.
Oh,
she's not a cop. Oh, we're doing cops. Oh, shit.
Yeah. So yeah,
I'm blonde now.
Oh, let me see. Oh, hey, that's great. Cool. Nice costume. What are you going as, Erik? A rapper?
No, this. My underwear. No, what is it? No, so he doesn't do what she says, and they meet up with the others in the cemetery. And they there's an open grave there, which I think is his grave from before. And they put Danny in the open grave, and she's like, absolutely. And they pour salt around it. She's
so
safe,
that
right?
She'll be safe here.
Yeah, the witches are flying overhead. I love it. It's like, ooh, climax, right?
I think we do notice that Emily Thackeray's gravestone is there, too, in the background. Yeah.
Yeah, Max tries to hit Winnie with the baseball bat, but she grabs it.
Mm-hmm. It's a little, like this, too, Erik. They're attacking on brooms, so they can't land, but they're sort of coming in as like an air force and striking them. That's the idea. And I think Sarah comes in, right, and does Allison throw salt at her, and it makes her kind of go off course and flip backwards and
salt.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It's a bad thing. And then
Winnie knocks Billy's head off.
Yes. Who knocks Billy's head off?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who does it?
I think Winnie does.
Oh, yeah.
I think Winnie.
Oh, yeah, because she breaks a tree branch or something.
She's kind of fierce, in this moment.
And then he's like, go to hell. And she's like, I've been there. It was lovely. Oh, she kicks his head off. Is that what it is? She kicks his head off?
Yeah. It's
and now they're out of salt art.
Mm-hmm.
But Danny gives Billy his head back. But in doing so, guess what? Dummy, she left the circle.
Yes.
She leaves the salt circle. The salt circle.
And it looks like curtains, but Thackeray Binks jumps up a tree, jumps off, right, and saves the day, but falls pretty hard onto the ground.
Yeah, he does. But this is where we figure out that Winnie has just got an ego problem because she's like, I'll teach you to call people ugly. And she's trying. I mean, she's just all upset about that.
Yeah, she really is after Danny. Yeah.
But the potion, because Binks jumps out of the potion, falls. Max catches it and he drinks it. Right. So Winifred has to go after him now.
Yeah, he's like, you'll have to take me.
Yep.
So
me
Winnie grabs Max, and now they're all trying to breathe in Max's essence. Right.
Yeah, I was.
Meanwhile, Mary's on her vacuum cleaner, and Allison and Danny are pulling the cord on the vacuum.
Yeah, they grab
because in the midst
cord to hold them back.
In the midst of this tense moment, we need that. We need that.
We do need
the vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, and the sun's coming up now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Winifred falls onto the cemetery ground.
Well, yeah,
can't. Do that.
Then, she gets up and she grabs Max, but then she turns into what I think is pretty cool, that she turns into almost like a gravestone gargoyle-ish type of thing, like made out of stone.
Yeah, because the sun came up, and the other two witches, because they let go of the cord, get hurtled towards the sun, right?
And they blow up almost like remember Near Dark, that movie? They're having like light beams shooting out of them. Yeah. It comes across. Yeah, they have these light beams.
They blow up in the color of their outfits, and I didn't
notice that, but
and I think Sarah was more like and Kathy went bye bye, which I thought was just so stupid. And then the last,
like I said, they probably did 15 takes, and that's the one
that's the one. Bye bye. That was so funny. But
little trivia, that stone gargoyle thing of Bette Midler at the end there. There's some of those at Planet Hollywood's.
Yes. I haven't seen them, but yes. Well, the last thing that Winifred says is book. She's like, book. And then she explodes and turns into green dust. So Billy, he's done, right? So he just goes back into the grave, right?
Well, he sits down in the grave and he's like, oh yeah. Like it was like a weird, very odd,
Well,
and then he lies down in his grave, but he's not buried. He just lies back down.
Then he drops dead, basically.
Yeah, down in the grave. But Binks is meowing weakly, and then we turn into a whole other movie.
Oh my gosh!
The orchestral sounds start building. And
it's like Brigadoon.
And the spaceship comes to get E.T. and Elliot.
Yeah,
and,
be good.
Right?
No, wait, did that happen?
So it is. I did kind of laugh because Binks, they're like, they turn around and Thackeray's standing there. The Thackeray from the beginning of the movie
as a ghost,
and there's just something about his posture and him being in that shift. And he's like, hey, I just was like, what is happening?
Yeah. He's free from the curse. And now Allison's like, oh, hey.
Yeah. Oh. I know.
Because he's a handsome kid. And then, oh my gosh, Widow Emily shows up, who was in the movie for like 25 seconds at the beginning.
But Thackeray goes over to Danny, and is this to get her back for her telling him that he was going to be alive forever earlier? He leans over and whispers into Danny's ear, I shall always be with you.
I shall always be with you, child.
Like what? It was the creepiest thing, but it is shades, like you said, of E.T. Like, I'll be right here, right? You know, like, but
kisses her on the cheek.
Yeah, and
they walk off, him and
Emily. So the ghost of Emily, his sister, is there.
Yeah.
And like I said, the music is out of control now.
Yes.
It is soaring. It is soaring. Yes. Yeah. It is soaring. And they're walking out of the graveyard, but the last line of the movie.
What took you so long?
I had to wait 300 years for a virgin to light a candle.
And then Emily's like, what's a virgin?
Or then, and what, did you expect it to go like, da 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 da? Like it was this weird punchline in combination with that score and I guess emotion. Because then we're closing on Danny's face, going like looking like Drew Barrymore from E.T. And then Max pulls his head down because I think that people were like, "Oh, that's right, he's our protagonist.
Oh, right, he's in it
or something." So he comes down to her level. And the doors to the cemetery close.
Giant gates, like little heaven's gates.
Giant gates, they close. And then they hard cut for the credits to
after that
the parents
music
to no score. I think no score. and the parents walking out, stumbling out of the party at the old town hall.
They're like super, super tired. And the dad's like, I thought LA was a party town.
Yeah. It was such a odd ending. And then we cut to our guys. Jason and Ernie Ice are still in the cages.
Yep.
At the Sanderson house.
What's really funny is we don't just see them in the cages. One of them starts singing "Row Your Boat," row, row, row your boat. I'm like, that's hilarious.
Thanks, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you forgot that cool joke? I'd be funny if they were spinning around like, oh, but nope, row, row your boat. What's the last shot of the movie, Art?
Well,
yes,
our book. Right? No, the book's eye. The eye of the book opens up.
Yes, and then the eyeball, you hear the book go, 25 years. It'll be great. Blink.
And that's it. There it is. Hocus Pocus.
Art, I thought
Hocus Pocus.
You and I would be like,
Eric, oh my God. We've been talking about this. Oh my God. I got to do so much editing on this for those of you who might have seen. Oh my God. Or not. I don't know.
You're going to just let it roll.
This beat our... Oh my God, this beat Sleepy Hollow.
Well, you know what, everybody? Happy Halloween. That's our gift to
Happy Halloween. This is a special Halloween edition.
Yep.
And so, Eric...
We're not even going to tear it in anything. We're not going to review it. We've done it.
This is... It's Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus.
You want to know how we feel about Hocus Pocus? Listen to it again.
Listen to this again.
And just listen. If you're here, listen to it again, and you can kind of guess how we feel about Hocus Pocus. Now,
yes,
we do need a rating, though, Eric. What do you think? A rating for Hocus Pocus?
Our normal rating for everything.
Oh, because we don't have one, Eric.
Yeah.
We've never come up with one for the podcast.
We have.
We did?
Because
I'm talking about a rating that we can apply to every single, some people go 5 gold stars or 3 stars.
We have it.
Okay, what is it?
I have to, I don't want to make anyone upset. So I'll just say, I'm going to give it, I'm sorry, everyone, but I'm going to give it 6 out of 10 virgins. No, I'm going to give it the Book Award.
Nice.
It's the Book Award. That's it. We get the rating.
I was gonna go with 6 amok.
Oh,
yeah.
Watch this movie and you'll go amok.
Wow. All right, Eric. So
that's it.
Just briefly, you want to say maybe they did make a sequel. They finally made a sequel. 2024.
Don't even do it. Forget there's a sequel. Or watch the first 5 to 10 minutes of the movie, which is the movie you want to see, and then shut it off. There's nothing going on. None of it takes place in Salem, FYI, any moment in time. Yeah. So forget.
And I was curious, Rick, if it would, what the sequel, I checked out the trailer because it I was like, and I said, I wonder if they did some stuff different. Maybe they found a way to do some things that I might have liked. And Eric, I'm going to be honest with you. I was out in about 7 minutes into the movie.
Even started?
I started it. I started watching it, and then I was out, and I said, I can't.
Seeing them as kids, really funny, but the rest of it,
I can't do it. Yeah,
this is not the script they've been waiting for.
Yeah,
but Hocus Pocus, though, we did it. So this comes.
We did Hocus Pocus.
This will be a couple days before Halloween. So yeah, we're happy Halloween, and come to Salem if you want. We'll
happy Halloween, everyone.
Yeah.
And for those Hocus Pocus fans who listen to us, we like to have fun in this podcast talking about movies, and we enjoy that you enjoy Hocus Pocus.
Yep.
And Eric enjoys Hocus Pocus, I'm sure.
Yep.
But so Eric, do we want people to tell us what they think?
Yeah, tell us what you think or not.
Tell us what you think. You can contact us at midnightcinemapod.com. Please listen and subscribe to us. We're on Apple, Spotify, any of the podcast platforms. We're out there. If you're there, rate and review us based on the quality of the podcast, not on how you feel about our thoughts on Hocus Pocus. But go ahead and give us a rating and a review. Erik, I have had a great time this Halloween season. We're wrapping it up for this particular Halloween season, talking to you about all these great movies here on Midnight Cinema. So I've had a great time. This is awesome, and I can't wait to talk about something new with you next week.
Yep, and I'm going to go to a Halloween party, so all I can say is, sister.